early. 6 minutes. Yeah, two guys who run the Packer too. They said they'd switch off.
Who?
Greg said he would still do it for half of it, and then I got Scott Anderson said he would.
Marvin Epperson there saying everything's hooked up good and we're ready to go. So he'll be a busy man tonight, that's for sure.
Well, chasing 312 and
it was there, that's for sure. I would say my money's on him, put it that way. If I had to pick out of somebody who's going to win the class, yeah, because it's there. But it's going to be a great class because we got all kinds of different power here. That's one thing I like about the modified class. I mean, you got turbines, you got Ellisons, you got 3 engines, 4 engines, so
yes,
keeps it interesting.
So Julia Ray, the Mac Daddy machine, saw her husband Tate backing her to the sled. That box awesome. Yeah.
Stuff a little harder. And he just kind of looked at me and somebody said to me, he said, "You know who that is?" And I said, "No, I don't know who that is." And they said, "Bill Leishner." I said, "I still don't know who he is." And he said, "He's been pulling for years and he does really good." And he said, "Well, it didn't look like he did that well tonight, but he schooled me many, many times." I mean, I got lucky. Beginner's luck, I guess what it was, but got to know Bill and his whole family. Shannon does some motor work for us, worked with him pretty close. Good crew over there, good group of people.
So current leader, Ricky Rose, still sitting up top of the giddy up at 344 and 7.
Say we got a new leader. Couldn't ask for much of a better pass. We're here with that, so I was mistaken. That's my fault on my end.
So Binder Express, Dan Schulte trying to win his hometown pole, still in the lead. Brian Anderson checking out. Takes the lead by 14 feet.
And then, of course, the Pro Stock has a left-footed clutch, so talk about different ways of driving to get it. Hopefully he can redeem himself. They ain't quite had the turnout this Friday night here that they wanted with the other ones, and pretty neat because the Simon's Trucking is always looking for drivers and such, so
what a great marketing tool.
Use the semi as drivers wanted. I think there's actually a QR code on there somewhere too.
I think so. See the Raider Implement sign there, big sponsor.
Yep.
Of the Farley Nationals. R.J. Simon trying to take the lead in the Dr. Preload Super Semi Division. see if they got a road started or they just picked the right spot on the track on that last hook. These super semis do run DOT tires. Oh boy. Oh, that's going to be close. Carrie out of Morley, Michigan, the Letter Rip Tater Chip. Now you might recognize the Carrie name, Larry Carey.
Told him I see.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to Let's Grow Pulling Monday, June 10th. We are live with Randy Dunklow, Brett Wilkins, the promoters of the Arlington Youth Sports Pool. This Saturday, June 15th in Arlington, Nebraska. Mike Idle, one of the announcers from the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling, a co-host of Let's Grow Pulling as well. My name is Jason Schultz. We're in studio with Kenzie Teeding here, and we're happy to be here. It's a beautiful Monday night, June 10th. We're ready to get, truck and tractor pulling season is officially here, Randy and Brett. How's everything going out there in Arlington, guys?
Well, it's dry right now, so we're still fighting to get some beans in the ground and hay up, but otherwise.
Yep, we've had a pretty wet spring around here, so up until this last week or so, it's finally gotten dry. So
dodged some tornadoes and everything else. We had some damage, but it wasn't as bad as it was in Elkhorn and Omaha area.
Yeah, you guys have had a crazy spring with weather. I've been hearts and thoughts and prayers with everybody all over. It's just been crazy. I think we were in a drought, and I don't think we're in a drought anymore, Randy.
No, I don't think so either. I'm not going to complain about the rain, though, because I know it shuts off.
Good deal. Let's talk about the Arlington Youth Sports Pool. Mike, you jump in whenever you want. I'm going to put the poster up on the screen for just a second. Let's just do the rundown, Brett, first, and then we'll start jumping into some of the more specifics. Again, let us know where you're watching from tonight. Let us know if you're going to Arlington. We're live on the Outlaw page as well right now. We're live on the Arlington Youth Sports Pool Facebook page as well. Where is their poster? I got to find it right there. So here we go. So Brett or Randy, kind of take us through your event, and then we'll just get into more specifics. And if anybody have questions, they can type it in the comments.
This will be our 20th year for this pool. Our classes that we're having this year is going to be the light limited mods, pro 4x4s, light super stock ag, light limited pro, super farm, and the limited pro regional hook.
Yeah, the regional hooks is something that the Outlaws are doing this year to kind of help people choose. Big thing that they've ran into in the past, I think, is just the sheer size and number of hooks. So they did develop a regional system this year to let people stick a little bit closer to home. Tell us about that, and if you're excited to have that regional hook, and give us any inside information on what the pullers are saying and whether or not they're going to like that regional hook and that system.
No, we've got quite a few 4-1s right around this area, and I think they'll be around here. I've heard of some other guys from Missouri that were coming up, but like I said, the traveling costs and everything, what it's costing anymore, we got to kind of do something for everybody. So,
yeah, that I think that's going to help a lot of the drivers out this year. Like you said, the travel costs are what they are, and just the number of hooks. I mean, that limited pro stock class, as it sits on the national level, 26 hooks. I mean, that's asking a lot of pullers. So if you can cut that to a regional schedule, that's going to allow fans to see a lot of good iron, local iron, stuff that maybe wouldn't want to travel these crazy miles and can still go out there and chase something. So here's what I see when I look down at this lineup, and you guys kind of tell me if you're, licking your chops, seeing the same thing. Each of these classes are classes that already hooked. So these all 6 of these classes hooked in Ravenna this past weekend. And then in Norfolk, which is the day before, the light limited mods are going to hook, the light limited pro stocks are going to hook, the super farms are going to hook, and the limited pros are going to hook. So your pull is going to take on very quickly a mid-season feel. Early in the season, a lot of times people kind of look at it as like, well, are they going to ease in? Is it going to be a test and tune? You're going to be deep into the points race, or well established into the points race in early June, which should make this pull, in my mind, kind of high stakes. What's the atmosphere like out there when the pullers are pulling? Are they treating it like, hey, this is mid-July or August, it's crunch time? Does it have that feel to it?
Yeah, everybody kind of wants to get a jump on the points. If you can get out there and get a points lead, it sure helps out, especially toward the end of the year. Anything can happen. So,
and that's going to be helpful to the fans too, because oftentimes first hook of the year, a lot of bugs are still getting worked out. Gremlins are hiding their heads in there that you don't know about. But for a lot of these guys, this is going to be their third hook on the season, so they're going to know their equipment pretty well by this point. Tell us about just the pull in general. How long have you guys been putting this on, and what are some highlighted services and things that you can offer your fans? Not just the amazing outlaw truck and tractor pulling, but what does Arlington look like, and kind of sell that for us for a second.
Well, we got this is our 20th year, and along the way we've picked up our local FFA chapter as well, and we help with some of the proceeds go towards helping them. We've also taken on a Sanctioned Kids pedal pull, which starts just prior to the outlaw tractor pull. So, which that registration for that starts at 5:00, and they start pulling at 6, and the regular pull starts at 6:30. So, our prices, they've stayed the same for a lot of number of years. It's $15 for adults, $5 for children 5 to 12. And anything under 5 is free. Basically, I mean, we've kept our prices pretty low for a long time, and a lot of people have jacked their prices. But I mean,
yeah,
we've been good with that.
$15 is easily your money's worth to see 6 essentially national level classes pulling out there at a pull that's established. And at what I've seen from watching Outlaw Pulling.tv in the past, a pretty good track. It seems like this is a track that's going to allow them to kind of get out and stretch their feet, but it takes a lot of power at the same time.
Yeah, we've had a very good track down there, a lot of years. It's a good clay track. It's a power hungry track, and as the night goes on, it starts to bleed moisture out of it, and it sucks them down pretty hard. So I mean, and it usually turns out to be a good night almost every time. I mean, We've only had to cancel 2 pulls out of the last couple 20 years or so. So one was COVID, and one we had 4 foot of water on the fairgrounds. So
it's funny the way you can almost start, the weather patterns of a summer start to develop trends at different tracks, and you can almost set your watch by it. Ravenna has kind of, developed its, you're going to get wet at Ravenna is what I've learned. But yeah, so only 2 cancellations in 20 years. It's an established pull. So that's great. And $15, that's, you're getting your money's worth right there for sure.
And once you get in the gate, I mean, the pedal pull's for free. So, I mean, if the kids want to do it, they get to go for free. So, which is a good thing.
Up to what age? How old do you? What's the cutoff before they can't pull anymore? I'm asking because Jason he likes to hop on those pedal tractors, and we've got to have an age restriction at some point.
It's more of a weight limit for me, Michael. So.
I hopped on my e-bike when I got home, and it scooted around the yard just fine. So I still am not sure why it wasn't performing for you, buddy.
So I weighed 271 this morning, and how much do you weigh, Michael?
We're at about 161. So
yeah, so that 100 pounds in the soft dirt. That's why your little e-bike didn't like me very much the other night. So.
Oh man.
No,
But,
they make adult pedal tractors. They stretch them out so you can really. They put air tires on them, and yeah. No, the ages are 4 to 12, and this is a sanctioned pull. So if they get the top 3 in each age group, then they get to go to the state fair and pedal at state fair pull. So
wow, that do they pedal right out on the track?
No, they do it on concrete.
Oh, okay.
The concrete sled.
Okay.
There's a big building behind us that the beer garden is, and everybody's kind of watching from. So the kids are pulling back there, so that everybody can still watch the pull while the kids are pulling. So
I wanted to ask about that. In all the videos I've seen, and Jason's got them playing up here. Yeah, is there like a seating area behind the track? You can almost sit behind it and watch them pull away from you. It looks like a really unique venue, like whether there's like you said, a building or a walkway. Kind of describe that, because I like any track that's got something unique to it that the fans can kind of get a different experience from. So can you watch from back there?
We kind of put up a few bleachers back there, but at the same time, we got to keep them in enough safe distance so that they don't get injured in case a tractor blows up or whatever. But at the same point, we have wire spools out there so people can stand and drink beer in the beer garden. There's a lot of room back there inside the building. The building is right behind where the sled starts, and we open up a bunch of garage doors right there, and they can stand inside the building. And inside that building is where the pedal pull is going on. But then down the sides, both sides of the track, we have bleachers as well. So
that's got to create for a super cool atmosphere. Is this a standalone show, or is this alongside a fair or some other event going on as well?
No, the fair. This is not the fairgrounds, but it's the fair puts on their own show. They usually have Nebraska bush pullers pulling on one track, and they've opened the arena up so big that they can run 2 sleds on it now. So, and then on the other side they run farm tractors. So,
okay. But for the Outlaw Hook later this week, 6:30 on Saturday, in Arlington, Nebraska, this is a standalone pull. This is not in conjunction with any sort of county fair or anything.
Nope.
To me, that brings out an entirely different style of crowd and an entirely different style of atmosphere, and it allows for big association pulling. Nothing against any other. If you have a great fair, I've seen great pulls at fairs before, but standalone pulls kind of send the message that we're here to go pulling, and you kind of get those people who sink their teeth into it. Is there a pretty big buzz around town? Do people kind of know, like, hey, it's pull week, and they're getting fired up and excited about it?
Oh yeah, they know.
Yeah,
everybody knows.
Yeah, they know. Like I said, the proceeds go to our youth sports and the FFA chapter. And the youth sports, we take care of all of the boys and girls, everything from softball, baseball, volleyball, wrestling, boys and girls wrestling, football, soccer. We handle all the sports. It helps cover all that. And then our FFA chapter, which has really grown in the last 8 years, I think we started it.
Yeah.
So it.
Yeah.
We hadn't had FFA in Arlington for
ever.
I guess. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So it's
really. So it's a big deal. This is an important thing to be able to be building that program back up and to be able to be a part and, contribute to that in one way or another. And I'm sure, go ahead.
Our town's about 1,300.
Yeah.
And we've got an FFA group right now, I think just shy of 70 kids. So.
Oh, wow.
So, it's been growing leaps and bounds. So.
Absolutely. Well, that's excellent. Of course, well, I'm sure we'll see a lot of those kids out watching the tractor pull. 2 things that go hand in hand together are, the FFA program and truck and tractor pulling. So we'll see them out there as well. They take
really care cool. of the concession stands for us. So they're taking care of the concession stands for us. So they're going to be working too. So.
The FFA, I know in our state or here at our school that I work at, and I don't know this really well, but they do something, I think it's called a CDE program or something like that, where students will go out and show a business or something that they're doing. And I saw on one of our other Outlaws Facebook pages, as a matter of fact, he'll probably be pulling this weekend since we have pro stock trucks. I think Roper Brown down from Seneca, Missouri, is actually using his pro stock modified 4-wheel drive truck as his CDE project. So he'd be a fun one to go and talk to about where that FFA and truck and tractor pulling cross over. So some of these classes, we're probably going to be big turnouts. You've got big number classes. What do you typically see for total hooks at the Arlington truck and tractor pull?
I think last year we had 75.
76 hooks. Yeah. We run around that 70 to 80 hook range.
For 6 classes, 5 to 6 classes, 70, that's bread and butter. That comes out to about 10, 12, 15 per class. I mean, fans, that's a perfect show. Is it a single track or a double track?
It's a single, but it's wide enough you could run 2, but it'd be tight.
Yeah.
But it's the runaway is only big enough for 1. So in case the chain breaks or whatever, we've got a fenced in area, so we have to open up a gate that we put in years ago. So, but we got music afterwards too. So hopefully we get a good enough crowd. I mean, the pull usually lasts for about 4 hours, and then hoping to keep the crowd there and eat and drink some more and enjoy the music afterwards. We got some local talent, Corny Boys are playing for us. So
Ron helped him out last year. He sang a little bit. So
oh, that's excellent. So 4 hours. People don't realize 75 hooks in 4 hours. Pace of pull is something that's really come a long ways recently, and that's a pretty efficient show. Something that the Outlaws, I think, does an excellent job. We were working in Ravenna, and that first couple of classes, I mean, my head was on a swivel. They had those moving in and out of there so quickly. So fans, that's huge. You're not going to be sitting back here. You might hear the word, single track. No, a single track show when done right can be absolutely awesome. 4 hours, 75 hooks, great classes. Let's hit those classes again, because I know that's something that fans get really jacked up about. So according to my schedule over here, we've got the light modifieds, light limited modifieds, the pro stock 4-wheel drive trucks, the light super stock ag, the light limited pros, the super farms, and the regional level limited pro stock. 6 excellent classes. So you're going to see smoke. You're going to see a little bit of alcohol from some of those guys in the light super class. You're going to see trucks, and you're going to see that really wide variety light limited modified class. That's got to be a big one in your area, because a lot of those guys are in that Norfolk, Arlington, Wayne, kind of eastern Nebraska. There's a lot of those guys up there, aren't there?
Cool for them guys too. I mean, they got the Myers up there at Hooper, and they're just a few miles away. So I mean, there's some close.
They run all those turbines and stuff. So
also, Lane Paulson will be running his 4-1 down here, I'm sure. So he's another. He won out at Ravenna last weekend. So.
He came off a big weekend in both our rookies of the year. So we had co-rookies of the year last year with Wes Sievers and Lane Paulson. Both of them started off the season by winning. They both won at Ravenna, and there's not a doubt in my mind that Lane Paulson and Wes Sievers will both be pulling in Arlington as well. So that's going to be a fun story to watch. I'm glad you guys brought that up to see if they're going to keep that hot streak and that success alive. 2 excellent drivers that, I mean, Lane's going to be thick in a points championship, and so is Wes this year. They're going to be knocking at the door for that, I think. So tell us about any sponsors. Tell us about that band that's playing. Tell us what else you can experience while you're at the awesome tractor pull in Arlington.
Well, some of our major sponsors, there's so many of them. Our town and local towns have really helped us out. We couldn't do it without them, but Frontier's our major sponsor. We've got Platte Valley Equipment over in Fremont. They're Clarkson, Humphrey, and Wahoo.
They're a John Deere dealer.
Channel Seed for Tim Sass. BTT&R over in Fremont, a truck repair place that's really been great. And our local bank, RVR, is our 5 major. But we've got Kimke Seeds, Eagle Auto. I mean, if I start naming on, I'll forget a few of them. But
right, I almost hate asking that. On one hand, I love to ask that because everyone's got shout outs and thank yous they need to give. So I try to work that in every interview. But it's also, we know that it takes a village and you're bound to accidentally forget someone. So you're almost setting someone up for failure when you have to ask them who all they need to thank. But no, it takes a village. So there's concession stands. There's hot food. Yes. The FFA kids are serving hot food. There's cold beer. You're going to be able to stand right back there on the tables. That'd be a neat way to take in a pull. There's at least 4 hours of excellent top iron pulling. And then there's a band afterwards. Guys, I'm not seeing and this is all for $15. You get in for $15. So fans out there listening, I'm not seeing the hang up. I'm not seeing I'm not going to go because, and bring your kiddos out early and let them hop on a tractor and go pedal tractor pulling. So this is good old fashioned Saturday night fun. I mean, this is what Midwesterners dream about,
Jason's also missing a good pork sandwich. I mean, we got a big pork sandwich, and Jason's going to miss that. So
we're pretty known for our pork sandwiches.
Pork sandwiches are good. I'm a big boy. I like some pork sandwiches. I'm not gonna lie, guys. So,
is this okay? So we need to ask that question. So everybody's kind of got, every place has like the thing they're known for. Jason, where's the one? I haven't done it yet with the glove. Who's got the tenderloin in a glove or whatever that is? Like
somewhere in Iowa, Britt or Sac City, Lamar, somewhere. One of
Lamar's.
Yep.
Yeah.
So are you guys throwing down right now and saying we are known for the pork sandwich? Are you taking the pork to Pepsi challenge? We'll call it here. So
that's been our staple for years.
They serve a fat, big piece of pork sandwich. They're going to get a big piece of meat. So.
Solid half pounder, if not more. Pork on a bun.
Oh man,
or you could do pulled pork nachos, which is amazing too. So
I had those
it's like a heart attack on a plate.
Yeah, that's it is what it is.
Or you could run a live stream. That'll give you a heart attack as well too. So
yeah.
Well, guys, let's wrap this up. Mike, take us down, and then we got to move on to our next one. Yeah. Randy, Brett, thanks for coming on. Mike, give us your 30-second commercial here. Why we need to go to Arlington, Nebraska this Saturday night.
For $15 in Arlington, Nebraska, you can get in here and watch 6 of the top national and regional level classes for the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. It's looking to be a 4-hour show, 75 hooks with delicious pork sandwiches, live music afterwards, and cold beer right at the launch zone of the track. There's no reason not to go. Showtime's at 6:30. Find your way to Arlington, Nebraska, folks.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Brent. Thanks, Randy.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for coming on, guys. We appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, friends. So now, thanks for joining us tonight. Let us know where you're watching from. It's Monday, June 10th. Let's go pulling. We promote truck and tractor pulling. We're going to head east now to Shipshewana, Indiana. Now, in the past, when we talked about Shipshewana, you would think.
We lost audio, buddy.
Yep.
Oh, there you're back.
I accidentally hit the wrong button there. Sorry about that. But you think the Midwest Winter Nationals. Well, they're doing the Shipshewana Summer Nationals. Shane Maston of Thumpkin Pumpkin Super Farm, one of the top super farms in the country, and Travis will be. They're supposed to be joining us here in a little bit. I see Shane's in the back room. I'll bring them up in a little bit, and we'll get rock and rolling. So I want to play the Arlington, Nebraska, one more time, and then we'll play our Shipshewana spot. And then we'll bring on Shane, and maybe Shane's with Travis. We'll find out here in just a second. So Arlington, Nebraska, this Saturday, everybody. And then we're going to go into Shipshewana, Indiana. The Shipshewana Summer National is coming this Friday and Saturday.
Get ready to feel the earth shake. Introducing the first annual Shipshewana Summer Nationals and Big Rig Challenge. Experience the biggest and baddest trucks and tractors in action with Pro Pulling League excitement that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Presented by MLM Motorsports. Join us at the MEC, June 14th and 15th, and don't let the epic Black Smoke Showdown pass you by. Get ready to feel the earth shake. Introducing the first annual Shipshewana Summer Nationals and Big Rig Challenge. Experience the biggest and baddest trucks and tractors in action with Pro Pulling League excitement that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Presented by Shipshewana Motorsports. Join us at the MEC June 14th and 15th, and don't let the epic Black Smoke Showdown pass you by.
All right, so there is our awesome promo spot there that Chandler and our team put together. Let's bring Shane in. I don't think Shane's not that pretty to look at, so this is okay that we don't have a big face of him. You know what I'm saying? Shane, can you hear us? Oh, there he is. Shit, I was picking on him in there.
That's all right.
Travis is on the web. I'm so proud of this. This is like a new thing.
Wow, you don't know how lucky you are. Both of us are on.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Busy.
First of all, thank you for being promoters. I know how much work it is. And I mean, Travis, you do it basically every weekend. They're working at the MAC, but and Shane goes obviously a lot of truck and tractor pulls. But where'd this idea come from, guys? I mean, the fans are eager for this. I think you guys are going to have a monster event this weekend. But what's the history of it? It's the first annual Shipshewana Summer Nationals. Kind of give us a rundown a little bit. I don't know who wants to go first, Travis or Shane.
Let Travis go.
Yeah, okay. The idea kind of came from a couple of us, really. We've always done IPL outside, you know, and I was in the process of planning another event for this summer, a larger scale, and it just so happens Shane pulls IPL, and he pulled me aside when I was running Scraper and said, "What does it take to do something like this?" And I said, "Well, I'll talk to you next week," because I said we probably can work something out. And that's really how it started. It was just two heads that went together, and here we are.
That's about the gist of it. Yeah, we're knee deep in it, and we're learning kind of on the go.
Yeah, but you guys have been around this before. I mean, it's the first time probably doing it, just a couple of you, but you know what it takes, Shane. I mean, you've been around it. Travis, you know what it takes. It's a lot of freaking work, though. I can promise you that.
It is. And I want to thank you guys for all your work. I would never tried the marketing without Hope. She's an absolute amazing at what she does. I mean, you pretty much created everything for us, and we appreciate that greatly.
Hey, it's what we do. It's what we do. It's how we pay the bills. It's how we make payroll. So it's all good.
Sure.
I'd like to thank you for hiring us.
That's the exact promo we put on the TV station, and it's down in Fort Wayne on Channel 21 and on Channel 16 in South Bend. It's been all over the radio. The weather looks like it's going to be really good. We got 2 hot days like Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday and Saturday are low 80s. And then I think the next 10 days after that are going to be like 90 plus. So we're going to hit the sweet spot.
Well,
and we'll get rained out.
I feel like we're kind of getting into pulling season, Shane and Mike. We just, Mike was just out in Ravenna, Nebraska. I was in Farley this past weekend, and then Farley got rained out Saturday. So I buzzed out to Ravenna. We're starting to get going here. There's stuff just going on every weekend. I don't know. Has there been much in Indiana up in that Shipshewana area, Shane, yet? Or is this kind of the first hoorah?
That's kind of what Travis and I were talking about when we put this together. We wanted to be like first because everybody gets burned out mid-season, the end of the season. People don't want to go to them. And I thought being the first or second hook of the year was critical.
Yeah.
So that's why I moved on the opportunity, and the MEC had an opening where we could get it on the grounds, and we kind of went with it.
Yep. No, it's a great event. So the Big Rig Challenge is a nice way too. It's more than just a truck and tractor pull. Travis, can you talk about the Big Rig Challenge a little bit?
Yeah, it is actually. And that came into play too. It spawned off of Automania, which has always been a truck show here at the MEC, but it was pickup trucks. And I kind of had always thought a semi-truck show would be good because we don't have a lot of those in the area. So we kind of put the two together, and then we're focusing on semis too. I believe we have a pretty good selection of 4-1 pro stock semis coming for the Saturday noon session. So that's along with the show and shine. We got a lot of interest in the show and shine. I've had a lot of calls in the last few days. In fact, I had several today, which didn't help dozing because the loaders kept waiting on me when the dozer would stop.
Understood.
We thought it would kind of complement each other, and necessarily one can't survive maybe without the other. So we thought in conjunction together they would work out really well.
Yep. It works out good. The show and shine is in one parking lot, and the pulling's in the other.
So you got the big rigs over there for the show and shine, and then you got the semis pulling during the day on Saturday, and then the big guys pulling on Friday night and Saturday night. Should be a pretty nice show.
So did this take inspiration at all from the truck show they do in Louisville? Because if I look at this almost feels like it's like Shipshewana moved outdoors, but with some sprinkling of the Mid-America truck show that they've started up out there. And they say that if you can hook the truck audience, I guess, on pulling, you've got a whole new group that you can bring in reliably every year.
Well, yes and no. Mike Ott and I are very close friends. And before this went anywhere, I actually talked to him first just to make sure that we weren't stepping on any toes.
Sure.
And he thought it was a fantastic idea. He was all on board. In fact, he'll be here Wednesday to help us. So no, I like your question, but it is. It's a spawn, but yet its own entity.
Right, absolutely. So, Jason, you've got the dirt here. Is this something along? I've heard rumors that it's the same dirt inside and out. Is that what we're looking at here?
That is correct. That dirt's been piled up since January. Clint Tucker's Winter National Show. And I opened her up today, and in fact, we just climbed off the dozer. Me and 4 other guys just climbed off just a few minutes ago, and the track is all laid and ready to go.
So if you had to describe it, would you say it's going to be good, excellent, or absolutely perfect?
Absolutely perfect.
Well, I tell you what, it came out real nice. Russ Yoder, he's right here in town. He does it with me as well, along with Dustin Everett and a few other guys. And all it'd take is side to side in it right now and a little bit of water, and you could pull.
I have no doubt that it'll be a good track because every time I go down the track, he makes pieces out of my tractor. Wheels falling off or something, so I guarantee it'll be good. Jim Miller builds a really good track, but I'm putting my money with Travis because I got the utmost confidence it'll be good.
So Friday night, 6 p.m., 10 pros. Now, is this Champions Tour or is this Midwest, Shane, for the Pro Stocks?
Champions Tour for everybody with the diesel trucks.
Okay, so this is like Kevin Masterson River Rat Tinker Toy Time, basically, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, dude, we need to get that on the Facebook page because that alone sells tickets there, fans.
Yep.
9300 Super Farm. Go ahead, Shane.
The 3.0 Pro Stock trucks are Midwest region, I think, or the Silver Series, something like that.
So 3 sessions. Again, Friday night at 6 o'clock, 10 pros, super farms, hot rod semis, 3.0 limited pro diesel trucks. Saturday at noon, 4.1 limited pros, 2.6 diesel trucks, open trucks, work stock diesel trucks. That's fun to do that. It gives some of the state classes or more, local classes a chance to be at a big event like this. But yet, when you have the room like you do, Travis, and the parking to separate everybody, a lot of times people try to put too much into a small space. You really have the venue to really pull something like this off, Travis.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, Shane and I, we discussed it quite a while along with Russ Yoder, and we didn't want to bury the place, but yet to have a well-rounded show and room to move and room to grow.
Well, the pulling fans that come to the Midwest Winter Nationals, I mean, that's a great marketing tool to come off of that. And there was always a great crowd at that NTPA hook, the winter one that they didn't get to have this year. What do they call it? The winter
Spring Midwest Spring Nationals. Yep.
And then did your IPL polls, Travis? Did those have a nice crowd as well?
Yeah, I thought they did well. For what they were, I thought they did well. I was kind of like Shane. That was a standalone event, and sometimes they struggle when you do standalones. That's why we decided to combine a couple things here and step up the game. So
and the big thing we've been trying to do for you is let fans know. And again, I always feel bad when I say, this is the highest level of pulling. I don't ever want to pick on like a state level or anything like that.
Yeah.
There's only, I don't know how many Champions Tour hooks there are for the Pro Stocks this year for PPL, maybe 15, 16, 17. And you're going to see him.
I think there's 9.
Yeah. Russ Schroeder's in your backyard. I got to see him in Farley Friday night. One of the most popular machines out there, the Mastersons with Tinker Toy and River Rat are they're the ticket right now on the Champions Tour side of the pulling world, in the Pro Stock world, even in general, anywhere in the Pro Stocks world. When those guys showed up at Toma last year, Shane, I thought you should have seen people's mouths just drop when Masterson rolled into Toma. And that needs to be the same thing. Put them right by the road.
Yeah, we will do, sure. But yeah, it should be a good event. And we want to thank you for all the promotion. Can't do it without you.
Well, no, we want to help you. You're great to work with. And then is this tourist season now? I mean, are the people rolling through Shipshewana? I mean, I know it's busy all year round, but summer's crazy.
Yep. They're rolling through. It's plenty busy around the area.
Alive and well.
Good.
They got everything going. Everybody's in town.
Hey, who are some sponsors that kind of helped you guys put this together?
We got several of them. We got, Pro Pulling Tire, Aaron. We got Travis has got some other ones. I mean,
we got Sunnybrook Excavating, RGS Transport, Westside Tractor. Oh my, I should have been more prepared.
Travis, I'm just glad. Honestly, Travis, I'm just glad that you got on the show. I was a little worried.
Well, I actually, when Hope texted me, I texted her back and said, "You got to call me when it's close because I guarantee you, I'm gonna lose track of time."
So, Jason, we did something this year. We had Impress Jewelry Creations. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. They are donating some knives, and we got some cases for them, but we haven't got them put together yet. And they are for the weekend winner, and they are engraved with the Pro Pulling League logo, Super Farm, Pro Stock, and the other 2 classes as well. And there's 4 of them, obviously, and they go to the weekend winner. So that'll be kind of a nice thing.
That's awesome. I think it's neat when events, like Mike announces a lot on the Outlaw circuit, their events have something. Hillsborough has the belt buckle, Bowling Green has the ring. That's something, Shane, to kind of hang your hat on. That's kind of neat.
Well, it's just something, I mean, really, there again, Don's got the belt buckle. We should have the belt buckle here in Shipshewana because it's all horses and buggies and rodeos and all that, but Don's got it, so we had to go with the knives.
Ira's laughing.
But I think it'll be real good.
I love it. No, there's a lot of passion. We still have a few minutes yet, guys, so let's keep going through this again. I'm going to put the poster back up on the screen. Kenzie, can you do that for me? Mm-hmm. Let me do this. Got to get everybody this. There we go. Put the poster back up, please. Again, Friday night, 6 p.m., 10,000 Pro Stocks. This is Kevin Masterson. Tinker Toy is going to be there. River Rat's going to be there. Yoders are going to be there. Who I don't even know who signed up for Champions Tour this year. I've been just running them around with my head cut off. But this is the highest. These are the big Pro Stocks. This is the Womp Womp class. By far the most popular class in pulling, especially on the diesel side. 9,300 Super Farm tractors. You'll get to see the Thumpkin Pumpkin there. Hot rod semi, 20,000 pound trucks. Super class. Travis and Shane got to see them run out in Farley past weekend, and they put on an awesome show.
They had a big class out there.
Yeah, people love semis, you guys, because there isn't one person that you can name that doesn't have a family member or a friend that drives truck for a living or did drive truck for a living. It's kind of that Kenworth Peterbilt. You can really wrap your head around that. And then 3.0 Limited Pro Diesel Trucks. That's Friday night at 6 o'clock. Then Saturday at noon. 4.1 Limited Pro Stock Semis, 2.6 Diesel Trucks, Open Trucks, and Work Stock Diesel Trucks. That's really going to be more regional or level, state level, or kind of local level. But that's going to be a chance for them to pull on an awesome track like this. A lot of times they don't get to go to venues with a track like this. Sometimes they go to some lesser stellar venues. And obviously the MEC is awesome. And we know Travis has got good dirt to play with. And then we come back Saturday night with 10,000 pros, 9,300 super farms again, hot rod semis, and 3.0 Limited Pro Diesel Trucks. I'm pretty sure this is the first hook for Champions Tour Pro Stocks and super farms, right, Shane?
Yes, it is.
So everybody's itching to get the point season started. So
24. There are 24 pre-commit pro stocks for the PPL Champions Tour this year. So that has potential to be really, really big.
That's a big class. And we've got,
yeah.
Oh boy.
13 or 14 on ours. And there's probably another half dozen guys that are coming from Michigan down to support us. So there should be, I would say, 17 to 20 super farms. And if we get that many pro stocks, I mean, depending, everybody's trying to get their farming done because it's been raining every other day.
Yeah.
Everybody can make it. But, yeah, we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a nice weekend. The track will be great. And we're just looking forward to it.
No, it's going to be awesome. It is going to be awesome. Travis, what's the biggest thing you've learned from promoting this event so far?
Well, the biggest thing, and like you said earlier, I will say this is the first time that in the past when I've done NTPA Spring Nationals, I started that, I did all the work on that basically. And, but in conjunction with the MEC, I had Karen in the office doing the marketing. I had Dennis in the office doing the paperwork. So I kind of had to just headline the day-to-day management operations, and that was good. Now this one, Shane and I were, we were everything. So what I learned is there's a lot more to the book side than I ever knew. But we got through it.
When you're working with different personalities, everybody's got their own way of doing stuff, and everybody's trying to come together, and everything's happening 100 miles an hour, and you're running out of time for the event right behind you, and it's just everything's doing good. I mean, we're learning. We got growing pains, but we're learning.
And the other thing was with the Spring Nationals, I had all winter to do that one. Well, Shane and I were planning this one while trying to plant corn at the same time, so that made a different aspect. But everything came together. Everybody worked together, and we're really looking forward to everyone coming out to the MEC Friday, Saturday night.
Shane, what do you think will be your biggest class for competitors?
What'd you say?
What do you think will be your biggest class for competitors?
As far as
like for participants in a class, like what do you think it'll be? Super farm or 2.6 trucks or pro stocks? What do you think?
If you got that many committed for pro stocks, I would say pro stocks. But I mean, the 3.0 diesel trucks, there's a lot of them guys too.
Yeah,
they come, I wouldn't count them out either. I mean, that Silver Series is pretty big players. So I mean, the semis are usually a little light, but look what happened out at Farley. How many you had? I mean, I don't know who would show up.
No, I agreed. And this is going to be fun because this is going to be a new track for them. You're going to have a lot of people guessing, and not sure what to do because they're going to hear the stories about the Midwest Winter Nationals and Tucker's dirt and Travis's dirt, right?
They're going to test their drive lines, I promise you.
No, promoters need to build power tracks. I mean, the amount of Shane, what do we do all winter long? We chase horsepower, right?
Right.
And we want to get on power tracks. I mean, if it's wet, you can't blame a promoter. But if it's been dry, we expect a power track. You know what I mean? To get out there and to tear it up. And there's nothing. This will be different for you too. Well, I don't know, Trav. Is this on? Do you put your dirt on top of the blacktop?
Yep, I do. I got it. We're layered in right now. We got a slope in there, falling to the finish line. We're right at 22 inches above grade. So she's laid out just right, 50 foot wide, 450 foot long.
Hey, Shane. So, we've been to a million tractor pulls, that when the sun goes down, that moisture usually comes up. With this being on concrete, there will be no moisture coming up, right? Or does that still happen from that bottom?
It does a little bit, but not to the extent that an outdoor track does that. When I get it pretty consistent, it stays consistent through the whole night. All it takes is a good track crew putting her back together, and it's just as good on the last hook as it was on the first hook.
No, that's cool because Shane knows. I mean, I've been on both sides of those. I know Shane's been on both sides of those. There's been nights I've been like, I had the lead out in somewhere in Nebraska a couple years ago, and I was first hook, and I held it the whole way until the last. There's like 24 in the class, and George Byer, the last tractor, got me. And I swear those John Deere guys played me out at the end. They used the whole 5 minutes to come up to the starting line. That sun finally went down, and I was like, and he got me for like 3 feet.
Yep.
I was at Freeport. And there was 24 in the class. All the Badger State guys come down.
Yep.
I was first hook, and I would have won by like a quarter inch, and I turned it down to come back, and I finished fourth that night. And every time the tractor went down the track, the announcer let me know that nobody had beat me. So it was pretty brutal.
Awesome. Well, Shane, Travis, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being promoters. Yep. Shane, thank you for being a puller. Travis, you were one of the most genuine dudes I've ever met in my life. Thank you for being a friend.
We're looking forward to seeing everybody, and we're excited. I mean, the first annual is going to dictate how the second annual goes. So, I mean, we're really looking forward to a good weekend.
Yeah, fans, if you like seeing big truck and tractor pulling in Shipshewana, please go support this event. Chandler's coming out from Beer Money, so we'll have footage for you guys for next year and to keep the Facebook active all year round. And
great.
Thanks again for working with us. And
you
guys have a great night.
You guys do. We sure appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yep. Thank you for everything.
Take care, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you
much.
Mike, I'm going to play their commercial one more time. I just got to find it. There it is. Keep going. You can do it right here. Boom.
Get ready to feel the earth shake. Introducing the first annual Shipshewana Summer Nationals and Big Rig Challenge. Experience the biggest and baddest trucks and tractors in action with Pro Pulling League excitement that'll keep you on the edge of your seat. Presented by MLM Motorsports. Join us at the MEC, June 14th and 15th, and don't let the epic Black Smoke Showdown pass you by.
All right. So I've taken us all over. We've gone from Nebraska to Indiana. Now, Mike, we're coming back to Minnesota. My favorite truck and tractor pull in Minnesota. My good friend Julie Rose, one of the promoters up there, and Ricky, obviously. But Julie's a fun one to talk to. So I only brought Julie on the show tonight. But I'm going to pull up there. But everybody knows Ricky is a Giddy Up mod and limited. He got second or third in Farley on Friday night. One of the two. I know I interviewed him in the winner's circle. But I'm going to play their commercial a couple times. And then we're going to be in Hutchinson, Minnesota this Friday, Saturday, June 14th and 15th, 7 p.m. McLeod County Fairgrounds, the only NTPA Grand National Truck and Tractor Pull in the state of Minnesota. And if you can't be there, check it out on fullpull.live.
Don't miss the only Grand National NTPA pool in Minnesota as the best competitors in pulling roll into McLeod County Fairgrounds on June 14th and 15th. 6 Grand National classes will compete at the 2024 Power Pool Nationals Multi-Engine Unlimited Tractors, Heavy Super Stock Diesel Tractors, Mini Modified Tractors, Pro Stock Tractors, Diesel Super Stock, 4x4 trucks, and the Super Semis. Pulling starts at 7 p.m. sharp both nights in Hutchinson, Minnesota. McLeod County Fairgrounds. Don't miss the only Grand National NTPA pool in Minnesota as the best competitors in pulling roll into McLeod County Fairgrounds on June 14th and 15th. 6 Grand National classes will compete at the 2024 Power Pool Nationals Multi-Engine Unlimited Tractors, Heavy Super Stock Diesel Tractors, Mini Modified Tractors, Pro Stock Tractors, Diesel Super Stock, 4x4 trucks, and the Super Semis. Pulling starts at 7 p.m. sharp both nights in Hutchinson, Minnesota. McLeod County Fairgrounds.
All right. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on my friend Julie Rose, promoter from Hutchinson, Minnesota. It's always it's a nervous week for a promoter, as you know, Mike. But Julie's been doing this for a while, and she's awesome. And it'll be great to see her this week when you get up there. Julie, how are you?
Hey, I'm good.
Good. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Who's your shadow there on your right, Julie?
This is Jeff's boy, Colin.
Nice. How are you, buddy?
He's my shadow this week.
Good. I like it. You got to be happy with Giddy Up over this weekend, guys. Placing down there in top 3 in Farley. So
Yep. So went good.
Good stuff. Well, let's talk about Hutch, Julie. I'm gonna throw your poster up on the screen, and we'll kind of go through this here. Kenzie, could you put the poster up, and then let Julie do her thing here? Let me find my fancy little setting so we can see all of our faces. Here we go. So, Julie, let's talk Power Pole Nationals, girlfriend.
Power Pole, yes, 31 years already.
Wow, 31 years.
31.
That's insane.
Yes. Yeah.
No wonder
I was 10. So yes, Friday, Saturday, coming up really fast. Tickets you can get at the gate or online at some locations. Arnold's Case IH around here. He's been a wonderful sponsor through the years. We couldn't have asked for a better sponsor who's been with us and is all in, the only sponsor that will come out on Sunday and help us, put things away and take things back. And it's just...
And he'll stay up late with you and party after the poll too. I like that about him.
He's burning the candle on both ends. He's a great person. We have a lot of awesome sponsors this year again. And if I can go through a few of them.
Julie, we have 30 minutes with you, Julie. So you do whatever you want.
All right. I might have to stop and take a breath. North Central International, Asgrow, Summit Grain, 3M, Pioneer, DeKalb, Northrop King, Napa, Rose Trucking, Rose Farms here, Midwest Machinery. I think I said Summit Grain already. AK Electric. Okay, a second here. Cargill, Gold Country Seed and Channel Seed, McLeod, County Corn and Soybean Growers, Dwayne Gendra Crop Insurance, Johnny Rock Body Shop, Traction Ag, which is an accounting software, Wellens Agronomists, Centra Soda, Cooperative Revere Welding, a few more, sorry about that. C&L Distributing, Nutrient Ag Solutions, Schlotterhoff Implement, Glencoe Co-op, Sam's Tire, Centra Soda Co-op, Sky Apply, which is a helicopter spray. Right now we're too wet to do a lot of our spraying, so we're going on with through the air with the helicopter. Southern Minnesota Beet Sugar Co-op, Security Bank, Ziegler Cat Rental, Farm Right Equipment, Two-Way Communications, B&B Sports, and a few more, but that's kind of the top of it. And then, of course, the corporate sponsors, for NTPA. So, but anyways, we can go with that.
Is this automatically played? Over to her.
Yeah. So you said this poll's been going on for 31 years?
Yes.
How did it get started? And was the Rose family always involved from day one?
Yes. We were involved from day one. We started in '85 here at the farm, and we did it for a few years out in our back 80. And then we moved to the Sibley County Fairgrounds in the 90s, and then went to Hutchinson Fairgrounds in, I think, 95, 96 in there. We missed 2 years with COVID, but this would be around year 31. So yeah, it's been a long stint, but fun and fast. And so
has it always been Grand National, or was that something that kind of grew into over the years?
No, I think 2013 is when we went Grand National, but we were a region pull for a long, long time before that. I think we went to region right away when we started at Sibley County Fairgrounds. So yeah, it's been fun. A lot of work. We couldn't, of course, do it without any of all the groups that help us out. You know, the family and the friends, and the list goes on. So.
No, it's amazing seeing all the people running around with their Power Pole Nationals red shirts on at the event, Julie. Mike, the grandstand here across the announcer stand is just huge.
I've been there. I've been there. It was one of my first it's a mountain. I was just about to talk about that. It's you feel like you're at a small like a small D1 college football stadium. I mean, it's a mountain on one side.
Yeah, it's we have a great facility. It's a really nice, fun, clean, well-kept fairgrounds. The area is got a lot of things happening that weekend, but we're fortunate. We have a lot of history behind us. So if anybody loves pulling, they know about Hutchinson.
Well, and it is, and I've talked to Ricky about this, Julie. Like he said, I want to have the best of the best, and I want our fans to see it. And I mean, that's why he's adamant about doing this
right.
every year. And you know how much work it is to put on a pull, and to put on a Grand National, it adds an extra level of stress, Julie. So
yeah, yep, I'm well aware.
I didn't mean to be Captain Obvious there, Julie, but I'm just
no. Yeah, it's the week of butterflies, in your stomach. So
from a puller's perspective, I like the swing, Farley to Hutch to Toma. It kind of caps off June, then there's a month break for the Grand National pullers before they fire it back up in Chapel Hill. So it's nice, I drove by Farley on Sunday, and a lot of pullers flew home, and there's a bunch of rigs sitting down there at Simon's, so that's nice for them, because they were just out in Benson, North Carolina, a week ago, and then now they can stay a little bit closer to home. And a lot there, all roads lead to Toma then after your event on Sunday. So
yeah, it's a busy month.
There's kind of that grandstand there, Mike. I want to show you that in our video here. I can pause at the right time.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yep, I've sat right in it. It was the first place I ever saw mini rods, and first place I ever drank a Michelob Golden Light, beers they don't serve down south. So I had a lot of fun on a Friday night. It was 2013, so the year you went Grand National. That was the year I went there. So I really, it set the high water mark for me for pulling from then on out. I had a great experience there.
Well, it's definitely one of the best.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, we're gonna do a poll right now. What is your favorite beer? Type in the comments. What is your favorite beer? Because I think we did this on the Facebook page last year, didn't we, Julie? We did that with soda too, I feel.
Yes, we did. We'll have a lot of questions.
Golden Light. Golden Light. Michelob Golden Light.
Mike, you always have a cool nugget. That's what I like about you, buddy.
It's what was there. The guy didn't believe my ID because I was like just barely 21 and I was from Missouri. So he's like, okay, dude, like you look like you're 19. This flimsy piece of plastic that's facing the wrong direction says Missouri. Like, this is obviously fake. And I was like, no, dude, like I'm really thirsty and I want to watch pulling. Like, please accept my card.
No, Mike, it's okay. Julie actually has a meeting and says, don't accept fake IDs from Missouri. I've been there at the meeting. So.
Missouri's the call out state.
Yep. Again, if you're just joining us, we're live with Julie Rose on Let's Go Pulling, the Power Pole Nationals at the McLeod County Fairgrounds this Friday and Saturday night, 7 p.m. We're playing our TV commercial up there as well right now. Julie is the promoter, along with Ricky, their entire family. As she says earlier in the podcast, it takes an army to do this. Let us know if you're coming to Hutch. Let us know if it's your first time. I know Rudy's watching from Waterloo, Iowa. He's excited to see you again, Julie, and take some pictures. Take those back to Europe. So excited for that. So, and some of these semis started on fire last year. That happened at Hutch. So you never know what's going to happen in Hutchinson, Minnesota. So
I have a lot of ice this year for the Pro Stock guys. So and some for hopefully we don't have to put out any big fires. It's fun
So
to watch.
nobody's typed in the comments yet. What is your favorite beer, people? Just type in your favorite kind of beer in the comments, please. I got to get a poll. So maybe they haven't had enough beer yet on Monday.
Maybe they don't like beer.
Maybe they don't like beer. Yeah. What food wise, Julie? Mike's been doing this with the promoters. What is your one sandwich or one food item that people just love about the Power Pole?
Well, hamburgers is always a good one because we have a local meat market that makes awesome meat. So our hamburgers and hot dogs come locally from them. Last year we sold pork chops on a stick and those sold out. So we ordered more of those, but just really good home cooking.
Rudy says just plain water or Coke and Pepsi or Gatorade for him. All right, we'll get that done for you, Rudy.
Yep.
Free and cold seems to be the most popular beer. So far.
Free and cold. I've heard of those before.
So
Jason,
something cool this year that. Go ahead, Mike.
I just said, did you announce? You announced at Hutch. Was it last year or recently? You've been there in the thick of things from that side, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm the trackside announcer for Julie, and I work with Phil McIntyre, which is an honor. He's such a great announcer, and I actually don't have to talk too much when he's there. But I'll be doing the trackside presentations this year. Ricky and Julie got some sponsors. They're doing $1,000 like weekend winner, kind of like are we doing total distance or are we doing points like Bowling Green, Julie?
Points.
Okay, so it'll be like if you get first in NTPA, it's 30 points or is it 28?
I think it's 20.
30.
I don't remember, but we're gonna add up your total points for the weekend, Mike, and then the winner of each class is gonna get an extra $1,000 bonus. So that's pretty cool. So
yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We'll bring those sponsors out onto the track, and I ordered some extra special things, so it'll be a celebration on Saturday.
That's fun, and Julie, you know how much it costs to run these crazy pull-in vehicles, and anything extra like that's always pretty neat. It adds a little. They're going to be there because they're running points and they want to come to Hutch, but at the same time, with something a little extra like this, people might get after it a little bit more on Saturday night. Then if they did pretty good on Friday night, they got a chance to win an extra $1,000. They might turn up the wick a little bit, as Mike would say, to get after it. So, Julie, what was your first tractor pull? Do you remember your first tractor pull you ever attended?
Yes, I do. I was 19, and it was Elk River in September. Elk River, Minnesota was a state pull. And at that time, you could sit as close as you could get to the tractors. So I sat on the white line at the 300 mark. If they made them that far, I can't remember. But yeah, I just sat right on the line and I was hooked. So let's do this. And we started pulling the next year. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. I remember back at that time, of course, Esden was out there, George Redmond from Iowa, and Randy Hinton. Gosh, I don't remember if Dave Van Reb was with them or not, but that was kind of the era. And it seemed like a lot of power then, but it's nothing compared to what it is now. But it was still a lot of fun, and kind of got the pulling fever, and the rest is history.
Well, and you have Diesel Superstocks there this weekend, and Esden Lane will be there. It sounds like everything went good from Ellsworth. He made a good pass, and he's had some bad luck in Hutch the last couple of years, and I hope he can skate that bug and put one out there on top. So
yeah.
Some of my memorable pulls last year, I think Colin Ross went like 396 on Friday night on the inside. I call it the grand, not the pit track, if you will. And then one of the semis, was it Lonnie Saylor that put it almost down by the NTPA scoreboard on Saturday night?
Yes, I believe it was Lonnie. Yeah,
it was awesome. I don't care. It was 380 or 390. It was a monster pass. So.
Somebody put together a video. I don't. This was before I got brought on board with Beer Money, of the top 5 distances pulled, the top 5 passes for NTPA last year. Morgan
from the NTPA did that. Morgan Page.
And I want to say, like, I just happened to notice it. Like 3 of the 5 came from Hutchinson, Minnesota, or something like that. I mean, they were that. So it's a big track. Then there's a lot of room for them to get out and stretch their legs. I take it.
Oh yeah, you can. I think 396. I think Colin was dancing down there. They put the NTPA scoreboard right down at the end of the track, and I think it's probably 420 feet to that scoreboard. So.
Even Jerry with the bunch was there a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, Travis Schlabach a couple years, or Jerry was driving because Travis stayed home in Ringgold for a wedding, but that was something there. Do you when will you see pullers start rolling in, Julie?
Probably Wednesday. We'll see a few. Definitely Thursday. Thursday night's kind of a little warm up party, so it's always fun to see them start rolling in.
Yep, and everybody's still kind of in a good mood Thursday night, not all stressed out. So
right.
They don't have their pulling faces on yet. So no, Hutchinson. How far would you say that you pull from the smaller towns around you, Julie, or do you pull any crowd in from the cities?
Yes, we do. We have 30, maybe close to 40 billboards, and they are about a 2-hour radius around Hutchinson, about 100 miles out. So yeah, we pull from a nice big circle here in central Minnesota, and we're only 60 miles from the Minneapolis area. So we do pull a lot of people in. So it's kind of nice, we get the city and the country
all together. It's like a melting pot, Julie. Way to go. You're bringing them all together.
Yeah.
What is, this is a stressful week for you, Julie. What is the most stressful thing about putting on an event like this, Julie? Is it the weather? Worried about weather? Is it volunteers? What makes you not sleep this week, Julie?
Well, the weather I can't do anything about, so just kind of let that go. But this year it's probably the volunteers. We've had a lot of groups change in and out, and we are on the same weekend as a country music festival. So a lot of our volunteers and our groups go there to help or go there to party. So then, we kind of struggle with volunteers. So I have some new groups this year, and so training them in and making sure that everything goes as smooth as possible. That's probably the most stressful right now. But everything else, it just kind of takes a year of planning and follow up. And, by now I have a pretty good book written, and I just have to keep, visiting it every day, and communication with my sponsors is huge. Without all these great guys, and they're all, in the ag sector, a lot of guys that we do business back and forth with. So just, staying on top of it. They're just great people. So
is Rose Farms, do you have everything planted now, or are you guys still going?
No, we do. We have everything planted. We have just a few drowned out little ones here and there because of the heavy rains. And we side dress, so the cultivators are going out trying to get our nitrogen on before our corn gets too high. We got rain coming in tonight and some during the week. So that's, been stressful. But again, we can't control the weather. We can only do what we can do and pray for all the others to happen and fall in place,
Yep. What's the farthest somebody's traveled to go to your pull?
Rudy. We've had people from lots of Europeans, Canada. We've, South America. We had some from South America last year. Jason, do you remember that? You asked where they were from, and they came down.
I put that picture up on your Facebook page today. Hold on. I think I either put it on the NTPA page. I got to find it. Let me look. Give me a second here. Mike, if you got anything running around in that crazy little head of yours, please ask it now while I look for that picture.
Yeah. So one thing, I'm looking at your poster right here, and you talked about transitioning from a regional national pull to a grand national pull, and just to make that jump is a big investment, but also a big honor. People are saying, oh, you're recognized to be good enough to be a grand national pull, but you kind of didn't stop there. It says right at the top of your banner, you've been voted Grand National Pull of the Year. Is that an honor you've what?
It was a big honor. I mean, it was just like such an honor to be voted on from the pullers that came up here. And we strive every year to be our best. And, hopefully we can do that again. That was a while back, and it's just kind of like a badge that you don't want to let go of. So, but it really is truly an honor to do this. We bring so many people together, for agriculture, and we do honor our veterans and service members. We have a special ceremony on Saturday. We just try to make it the most fun for families. And I get emails all the time that, after all these years, they have family plans to come here. And it's second and now third generation, of course, because I'm getting old. So yeah, we have one of our sponsors has a crane. So we're gonna bring in his big crane that he builds commercial grain bins with. And we're gonna put up a like a 15-foot by 20 or 24-foot flag. So
wow,
we're gonna make it big and special.
What year were you voted Grand National Pull of the Year?
Oh man, you're testing me now. 15 or 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's an incredible honor. If you really stop and think about that, fans. So, we know Hutch, that's grown into be one that's just a cornerstone pull, but to be voted Grand National Pull of the Year means that I don't want to say beating out, because I feel like the Grand National Pulls probably complement each other, but you're in the same neighborhood as things like Fort Recovery and Rockwell, Iowa, and Brandenburg, Kentucky, just to name a few off the top of my head. There's some really, really good pulls out there. So when the pullers vote and say, hey, this was our preference, that's got to be a really good feeling as a promoter.
It is. And then on Friday night, we try to treat the pullers to a special smoked pork chop and potato salad dinner. So the ones that have been coming year after year, they keep talking about that. And then we do a breakfast Saturday morning for the pullers. And so we just try and treat them well. And because we know how important it is when we go on the road, and the promoters, appreciate you and, welcome you to their hometown. So it means a whole lot.
Yeah, it's definitely a chance for everyone to put their best foot forward. And it's fun to welcome all your buddies too. You go pulling, you're a pulling family, and it's kind of fun to bring them in and say, hey, this is our little slice of heaven, enjoy your next 72 hours. So yeah, we get it for sure. So Jason, are these some friends you've met here?
These are the guys from was it South Africa or South America, Julie? Do you remember?
It might have been South Africa, I think. Now that you
they're
said
up there they're working for a farmer or something, and they came to the poll. They were so cool. Here's some stuff from last year. There's because I got some pictures I'm kind of wanting to run through here. There's Lance Little. I got a picture of him reading the track. I don't think you knew I was there. No, that's Schmucker.
I would say
That's Schmucker.
Danny.
That's Danny Schmucker. Just some.
That like Dagenhart.
Is that Dagenhart's? One of them. That's Zach right there. Yeah. These are some pictures last year I took before the poll. This was a fan wearing a beer money hat, so I had to make sure I got them, Julie. So. Yeah, there's your beer money hat. So I was proud of that. There's the Kesters, me and the Kesters. So
I think you got pulled over on the highway, didn't you? Going to Toma when somebody seen your beer money thing and wanted you to stop.
Yeah, we had to stop and we had to sign a shirt or a poster or something like that. There's Lance Little. He drove Medding's tractors up there, and he was getting them all polished up. There's James Ray starting up. There's Mike Conley in the seat. Doug and I did an interview with Les Corporal, and we didn't turn the volume on our mics, so the whole interview got lost. You can't trust us alone with cameras. Yeah. He's a super fan. This guy, he comes to Hutch every year. I had my promoter pole. There's the Mettings from Texas. That was their first. This is Conley, Clint, and Connor Metting last year. And there's Phil and I. Phil is one of the best announcers. He's so fun. And what he does for the veterans on Saturday night, it's awesome. Each night is great. And we did this before the poll. I love Phil. And there's Kent Payne, Super Rooster, the Grand National Champ. And I caught this picture after the poll. This kid, I just thought this was money. I'm proud
That
of this.
was awesome. Yes.
Little feller there. And then my favorite picture of all, me and Julie.
Oh,
That was Saturday night after the poll, and
yeah,
everybody was in a good mood, and that's kind of that relaxing time. And yeah, it was fun, Julie. Just love working with you guys.
Thank you.
It's a lot of fun. So a lot of fun. We're going to wrap it up here with Julie in the next 3 minutes. If anybody has any questions for Julie or anything about Hutch, please let us know, and we'll put them there on the screen. Kenzie found that picture of the longest polls of the year, so we'll play those in just a second. So, Julie, do you have anything to say before we let you go tonight?
No, I don't, but I just hope that everybody comes out and has a great time.
I am with you. So, cool. We're going to let you go, Julie. I'll see you in a couple days.
Thanks. I just want
Have a good night, Julie.
Yep, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Julie Rose, everybody. She's awesome. Promoter up there in Hutchinson. It's a great poll to go to. Can't wait to see her this weekend. You're going to play the video. Mm-hmm. So we found that video that you were talking about, the top 5 longest Grand National polls. Mm-hmm. And then now we're going to go way west after this. We're bringing on Brian Massetti, owner, promoter of MLM Motorsports. Is the sound on? You know? Did you turn it on?
Confer down there. What do you think, Jason? They can change that sled?
That's still talking to me. I'm like, what's going on?
We can't let them run.
Yeah. Are they going to reset it now?
I don't know. Weird hearing my voice. I forgot that I announced it. So. Our video's buffering a little bit.
He pulled so far, he pulled past the lights.
Yeah. 384.
Let her hear ya! Dale, 382.7 new leader!
Yeah, I think that one's at Rockwell.
Yep, it is. That was Chris Clark.
No, this is Rockwell again, too. Yeah.
$93.66 new leader.
Yeah, and then here we're back to Hutch.
This was a monster pass Colin laid down. Monster pass.
Yeah, when the entire sled is well beyond where the chalk runs out.
That's out there. That's out there, Phil.
That is out there, Jason. You know it.
So we just wanted to show the video of what Mike touched on, the longest polls of the year. So Mike, we started out in Arlington, Nebraska tonight. Then we went to Shipshewana, Indiana. Then we went out to, we've changed one time zone. We came back to Central. Now we're going out to Pacific time zone with my good friend, Brian Massetti, owner of MLM Motorsports, him and his wife Christy. They got Stockton, California coming up this Friday, and I got his video ready. Kenzie, right down here somewhere, right? Put this on the screen. Right there it is.
Join us for an adrenaline-pumping evening at the 2024 San Joaquin Ag Fest Let's Go Summer National Tractor and Truck Pool. Friday, June 14th. Gates open at 6 p.m. Pulling starts at 7:30 p.m. at the San Joaquin County Fairgrounds. This event promises to be a thrilling experience for all ages. Witness the power and strength of these incredible machines as they compete in the ultimate test of horsepower to get that full pull. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for a fun night out, this event is not to be missed. Tickets and more info at SanJoaquinAgFest.com. Join us for an adrenaline-pumping evening at the 2024 San Joaquin Ag Fest Let's Go Summer National Tractor and Truck Pool. Friday, June 14th. Gates open at 6 p.m. Pulling starts at 7:30 p.m. at the San Joaquin County Fairgrounds. This event promises to be a thrilling experience for all ages. Witness the power and strength of these incredible machines as they compete in the ultimate test of horsepower to get that full pull. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for a fun night out, this event is not to be missed. Tickets and more info at SanJoaquinAgFest.com.
Massetti.
What's up, guys? Kinsey.
Let's go point. What's great about having you come on is it's only 7:20 out at your house. It's 9:20 at our house. So that's.
I was thinking the same thing. I'm always jealous when Brian gets on the show. It's like he gets to step back in time and it's bedtime for us.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm lucky in that way. How is everybody?
We're doing
great.
awesome, bud. We're doing really well.
Good.
Mr. BG party fans checking in. Says nice promo video. I like it.
Yes, these guys did a great job with that for the San Joaquin Ag Fest event we have coming up this weekend.
I need to go to the bathroom really quick, Mike. So start talking to Massetti. I got to go.
Yep,
It's
we
really
can do that. We can do
If I
that.
don't
So
go,
on
we'll
the
be back.
promo video and a shout out, like every time I see Major League Motorsports stuff and MLM stuff, I'm just like, there's something that I have to take away. I love the promo video and I love hanging out with you guys because your vehicles are just cool to look at. Like you always have something so unique and so fun. So I love it's Sullivan, right? Or it's Sullivan's tied in with it, that mod that they played in there. The son or the grandson. I love that mod. And then the 4-wheel drive trucks out there have an immediate recognizable flair. And when you see them, you can almost say that's going to be one of those MLM ones. So just cool stuff. How'd everybody recover from the Pullers Championship? That's the last time we saw each other. And what do we have on tap this weekend at San Joaquin? What classes and what's up?
So as far as the Pullers Championship, thankfully all of our guys from California made it home safe. I know they dodged some weather on the way, but they got back safe. And John and Chris actually went out to Elko, Nevada this past weekend and did well.
Good.
Everybody else is just getting ready for this big weekend. Our trip home was quick and easy. We just got on an airplane and came home in a couple hours, but the other guys spent a few days driving. So, but that was great to see you guys. And again, congratulations on a great event. That is awesome. First class all the way, as we would expect from everything you all are all involved in. But this coming weekend, we are excited to return to Stockton to the San Joaquin Ag Fest. We're going to run all of our classes. We've got all of our stock and street classes. We're, of course, running the limited pro stock diesel pickups, work stock diesel pickups. I believe Everett Powell's pro stock is back. They just got their motor back from Hazley's not too long ago. We've got of course, our pro modifieds, and I think that's going to be a big class. We're going to see quite a few of them. Actually, we're running 3 modified tractor classes: our 6,000 pound, our 7,400 pound, and then we've got some 8,000 unlimited modifieds coming. I believe there's going to be 3 of them.
Wow!
I believe there's going to be some super farms showing up, so we're looking forward to that. And we might even, last I heard, we're going to they blew a blown 2-wheel drive that's on his way home from maybe home from Indiana, and they want to make a test pass on the way home. So he's headed up north to, I think he's from Washington, so he's going to stop by and make a pass and head home.
Sweet,
so
that'd be cool.
It's going to be a big show. We're excited.
So you have 8,000 pound unlimited modifieds. I had seen in the video that you and Jason had done on the shop tour, you guys briefly mentioned that Craig Corzine's second degree burn tractor made it out there. Are the new owners of that individuals that you're talking about, are they going to be pulling it in that class?
That will run in the 7,400 pound class. They're going to run.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But I understand they took it apart. They're going to repaint it and just change to their color scheme. So I don't know when it'll be out.
Okay.
But I know they are working on it. They have it. They're working on it. So that will be exciting to have that tractor out also. But actually the two Shelton mods have come out to California.
I did hear that and I forgot about it. Yeah. Yeah. That was kept, I don't want to say under wraps, but it wasn't, blown up all over the place. So they're going to be.
It was held pretty tight until they got here.
Yeah.
So we're excited to see those out here. And I believe that Kevin is bringing both of them. So that's pretty exciting to, the whole level of pulling out here is over the last few years has really elevated.
Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier, Brant Sullivan, he does, I'm not going to say he built that tractor, but he builds the engines and he maintains it and he runs it. And, that was a real eye opener for the rest of us out here. And the level of competition has just risen to the occasion. So it's great. We have a lot of good equipment out here all across the board from every class has good equipment out here. Exciting to see.
So when you see new additions and new iron, you're kind of a top dog in MLM Motorsports. Do you feel the way that like a general manager or an owner would of like a football team or something when the free agents come around and they're able to sign, when the Shelton mods, when one of your guys buy the Shelton mods or when they buy Corzine's mod, do you kind of have that feeling like, oh, look what we're bringing out to the table, because you're not wanting any one person to win. You're wanting your whole product to be promoted. So do you feel like it's a big free agent signing when that kind of stuff happens?
Yeah. And not just for us, but for the sport as a whole out here on the West Coast. It's great. I love it because I love seeing that equipment at our events. And yes, it does make me happy to see, 8 or 10 years ago when we bought the sled from Richard, that was kind of sticking our neck out to make that, dive in that deep. And I do believe that was one major step in elevating the level of pulling out here. Having good equipment to pull really was a big step. So now I love seeing that everybody else is, not everybody, I love seeing so many people stepping up and stepping in. It's great. And, we've been at this for 25 years. So we've seen a lot. We've seen guys come and go. Other promoters have come and gone. We're in it for the long haul, and we're in it to keep raising the sport to whatever that next level needs to be. And we're just going to keep doing that. One thing that the graphic you have up there, the Major League Mini Series, is something new we started this year. And actually, this was really pretty. It happened quick, and it was actually friends of mine and a couple guys are involved, a couple of guys aren't involved in the class.
Spielman made me do it, Massetti. He made me. Beer Money Pulling Team threw some cash into this baby.
So and I was gonna thank Jason. It's kind of cool. We have some local guys from California. We have an awesome friend in Wisconsin. We got a friend in Canada. People just wanted to get involved in this. So what we were able to do is for these 4 events, the first one is this Friday in Stockton, and then in 2 weeks, and then in August and September, we have another one. Those 4 events, the purse for the pro modified truck class has been kicked up. So we're able to pay $1,000 to the winner, second place, $750, third, $525, fourth, $400. So that's quite a bump for those 4 spots. So over these 4 events, obviously that's 16 spots where a guy can pick up anywhere from $200 to $500, $600 extra. So that could help them over the summer, pay a fuel bill, whatever. Just so and we're looking forward to doing this more often, and we'll do it for other classes and just pick a few events and kick the purse up and try to help everybody out over the season. just so happens this was the first one that it happened for. And the pro modified truck class is our largest class by number out here for sure. We had 11 in Chowchilla. I'm expecting probably 12 to 14 this Friday. So, so it's neat. And Jason, we definitely appreciate the support on that and all you do for us all year. Well, I don't know if Jason does it. Maybe Kenzie and a few other people are doing it, but it comes from the top, and we appreciate that.
Jason's good with the what's he call them, the friendship dues. So that's, you know, as long as that rolls. So yeah, we got some comments of some different ones coming in. So it does look like it's going to be a great time out there. Yeah, the Pro Mod 4-wheel drive truck class, one of your many strong classes, but you've got a lot of good pulling, and I love watching West Coast pulling, if I can just use that all-encompassing term, because there's no such thing as bad pulling. I just look at it as different classes and different areas and different styles. And it's always fun to watch what you guys are doing and pay attention to it, because you're performing at a very high level with your own setups and your own standards and your own types of classes. So who all's pulling? Give us kind of the class numbers, what you're anticipating for. Is it San Joaquin or Stockton? How do I make sure I'm saying that right?
The correct name is the San Joaquin Ag Fest. It's in Stockton. The city is Stockton. So most of us refer, you know, like you refer to Hutch or whatever, you know, you just say the pullers, we just say the town we're going to. The actual event is the San Joaquin Ag Fest, but we can call it Stockton.
Yep. So going to Stockton this weekend. Talk to us about numbers you're anticipating, class by class or total show.
Well, you know, in the bigger classes like the Pro Mods, I would guess that there's probably 12 to 14 coming. The 6,000 pound tractors, there could be 6 in that class. Several guys live kind of in and around that area. The 74s, I think we got 5 coming. And then the 8,000s, there should be 3 there. Super Farms, there could be 6, I think. Maybe a few more, which is great. We'd love to see that class kind of getting back into it. The last few years, Brent Chippenary has been to all of our events, but other guys have been broken, waiting on parts, just other commitments. So it's good to see those guys hopefully, you know, coming back out in numbers. And then like our limited pro diesel pickups, there's 5 or 6 coming there, and from what I understand, they've got some little side bets going. Not to cut into full pull bets or anything like that. This is just a low key local deal. They're just throwing in a little side pot,
like a parlay, like a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah. So they're throwing in for that, which is kind of exciting. The pro stock diesel pickups, we only have 3 or 4 out here, and I'm pretty sure Everett and Jim Mulrooney are going to be there, and I'm not real sure about John and Steve yet, but so we'll have a couple, 2 or 3 there. Work stock is a good class, probably 6 or 8 there. I know Wade will be there, and Justin with the Hood Rat will be there. Then we get down, you know, the country modifieds. They may have, I don't know. They'll probably have 3 or 4. And then once we get into the super stock and the stock, it's really hard to say, especially being a Friday. I know it's tough for some guys to get off work, but I'm anticipating a good show. Stockton's got a lot of room. We're at a dirt track where they run the World of Outlaws there, so it's good. It's a good facility, got good dirt to make a good track. And I know John's picking up a blade and bringing it over. The Powell family, the American Crane, they help between them and John Spielman. They get this track dialed in right. The Powells bring out a bunch of equipment. Also want to thank the Reeve family, Reeve Trucking. They're going to be bringing equipment out for us too. Between Spielman Excavation, American Crane Rental, and Reeve Trucking, they cover us with all of our equipment and track needs. So really appreciate those guys, and they also pull, so they support us on that side too. So it's going to be a good show. We're really looking forward to being there.
Yeah, one of our previous comments was the Imagine That pulling team. Is that a group, or is that some people that pull with you pretty regularly?
It's a country modified.
Okay.
They pulled in Chowchilla with us. I think this is their first year with that truck. He's been pulling for a while, but in that class, that's the first year.
Cool.
So
cool. My new friend John says about 70. That's about what I had in my mind. Seems like about 70. Good variety. Good show. Gonna be fast paced with those classes. You're not gonna be sitting through 30, 40 of the same, stuff over and over. So should make for a very entertaining shot. So yeah, pulling's great.
We will keep it moving for sure. Yeah. And this Ag Fest event is really a cool event that they have going. It normally there's a county fair or whatever. Years ago, and I don't know the exact timeline, but the San Joaquin County Fair, I believe they ran out of money and just kind of expanded, and a group got together and started this Ag Fest so that the kids, the FFA and 4-H kids, could sell their animals. So then it just became, it's grown over the years, and they bring the tractor pull in, one, to try to make some money to help support the program, and also to provide entertainment for the people that are there and other people in town. But it's a neat event where, it's all about the kids, and it's all about them selling their animals and raising money for their projects. So we really appreciate being able to be a part of this event and help them grow their event while we're also growing tractor pulling.
Yeah, anytime you have a group of agriculturally minded individuals gathering for a exposition of any kind, it seems like it's usually not too long before people start talking about getting a pull going. How many years has the San Joaquin Ag Fest and the tractor pull? How many years has the Ag Fest been going on? And then when did the tractor pull jump in and be a part of it? And how many years has it been going?
The Ag Fest has probably been about 10 or 12 years. And the tractor pull, they did it for several years, 3 or 4 years. And then, of course, COVID kind of hurt. And then some different people came in. There was a racetrack promoter working, and then now the actual Ag Fest is doing the tractor pull. And so we started working with them last year. So this is our second year with this event. But definitely great people. It's all for a good cause. So we really enjoy working with them.
Good.
So that is the San Joaquin County Fairgrounds there. And you see the dirt track inside of the big horse race track. So we got plenty of space, plenty of pit area. And that Donnie's comment there, that's pretty awesome. They're bringing all 4 of their trucks, and this is the first time I've ever heard of where a grandson, a dad, and a grandfather are all pulling in the same class in 3 different vehicles. So this will be Garrett, who's Spike is Donnie's son, and then Garrett is Spike's son. This will be his first time driving at an event. Pretty exciting.
That's a great question, Jason. I guarantee you there is one person in the planet who could immediately answer that question. When was the other time? Is there any other time where 3 generations have pulled together in the same? I promise you, I knew you were going to find out for us.
Hey Siri, text Dan Mayer.
Yeah.
Has there been any times where there's been 3 generations pulling in the same class over your history that you know of?
Yeah, we will. I promise we will find a legitimate actual. And if he says no, then you can take it on probably one of the highest authorities that you guys are making history here. So
nice. That's tough to do. Our family, we have 3 generations of pullers, but we don't. We run 3 different classes. So you could, when we get dad to drive, you could have 3 generations driving at one event, but not in the same class. So,
Jason, do you have any guesses? Can you think of any 3? I'm trying to think of 2 generational pullers pulling the same class.
Yeah, Petro had a chance. Theobalds have a chance. Sullivan's. I'm trying to go through because like Brant Sullivan, Donnie Sullivan, Wayne Sullivan. I feel like if they had enough 2-wheel drives, maybe you could do that.
That would have, yeah. And Theobalds is a good call too. With when you go from Keith, or Gettinger, you could almost go the other way. But except Neil likes tractors.
Class. Yeah, the same class. That'll be hard.
anyways, it's pretty cool. Even if somebody else has done it before, it's cool.
No, it's beyond cool. And the Reeve family is great people too. So
definitely. So I don't know. Rags the last time it ran might have been in Stockton last year if they brought it out. I don't remember. But anyways, I talked to Donnie this morning and he said he's overworked trying to get all 4 trucks ready to go for a pull. I told him I kind of know the feeling.
But as long as Lori's home to make him supper, he's going to be okay.
He'll be all right. Yeah, he'll be fine. So.
Again, if you're just joining us, we're hour 45 minutes into Let's Grow Pulling for Monday, June 10th. Our first guest tonight was Randy and Brett from Arlington, Nebraska. They have their outlaw pull this Saturday, June 15th. Then we went east out to Shipshewana, Indiana for the Shipshewana Summer Nationals PPL event. Travis Hosteller and Shane Maston were on there. Then we headed back to the Central Time Zone. Got Julie Rose on, promoter of the Power Pole Nationals. And then we headed way out west to be a cowboy. That's a Kid Rock song, right?
Yeah.
Cowboy.
Yeah, they're offensive.
Going to go out west to be a cowboy, isn't it?
Sure.
I think so. Mackenzie, why do you give me that look all the time? So Mackenzie's my co-pilot, so she keeps me in line, everybody. But now we're talking with Brian Massetti. He's the vice president. Christy Massetti is the actual president and owner, but Brian works for her. But they also sleep together, so it works out good in the end. So it's all.
Oh, that's how. Yeah.
Well, they've been married Christy's only 22. Brian got her pretty young, but it's okay. It's what goes on out west out there. So
Wild West.
Wild West. What Chris? I just heard Christy say something.
I don't know. She might have been talking to Lexi.
Yeah. Brad Griffin, I hear Hot Farm is putting their hair on the line Friday. I'm not sure what that means. Brad Griffin, you know what that means, Massetti?
I don't, but John's got long hair in that class, so maybe there's a bet he's got to shave his head. I don't know. Wow. I don't know. I'm just saying that.
That would be fun.
Kenzie is the Schultz Wrangler. She keeps me from going to jail. This is true.
Yeah.
And keeping me alive. Yep, Kenzie's got me. Got me to the airport.
She gets a bonus every time that it's borderline legal or health issues. She gets like the weekend bonus for her.
It'd be nice to get one of those.
Yeah, you just got a raise. I mean, don't we talk about bonuses, Mike? Payday was today. So.
Oh man,
no, I love it.
One other thing about the AgFest event this year, they are going to live stream it, which is kind of cool for us. It doesn't happen very often. And it's speeduniontv.com is where they're live streaming it. It's that website is on that promo video, but it's speeduniontv.com. And I've talked to the guy a few times. What I'm really excited about, one thing would be live stream is very cool, but this Speed Union TV, they do all kinds of live streaming for different racetracks all over the state, and Oregon too. When I talked to the guy last week, he said that this weekend they'll have one crew with us, and then they have another crew coming to the Madera Speedway to help with their production. I said, we work with Kenny, and he's been a good help with. I said, I'm good friends with Jason with the Beer Money Pulling Team. He says, I follow that guy religiously. I said, cool. So it's kind of funny how everything just kind of comes together. But I was checking out their website, and they do, I think like you guys do, where you have just regular subscribers, monthly or annual subscribers. And so those people are going to tune in to watch the racing and whatever. Well, they may not have any experience with tractor pulling, but that's one more platform that we can put tractor pulling and kind of, I don't know if we say cross promote or just promote to another audience. And then like earlier, you were talking about the in Shipshewana, the truck show and the pool, and we do with the Souza Memorial Truck Show at the end of the year. And I think anything we can do like that, where we can have a tractor pull and get it with another event like a truck show, or get in front of another set of fans, like these racetrack fans. So we're pretty excited. And it's probably going to be under Stockton Dirt Track. Well, I don't know. I didn't look to see where those are May. And I don't know if they have it on there yet or not, but
we're looking for it, Bri.
Okay.
We're at Speed. What is it called? Speed what?
Speed Union TV.
You're on there. That's their website, Speed Union TV.
Yep. Again, if you're just joining us, we're with Brian Massetti, owner of MLM Motorsports from California. They got Stockton, California this Friday, June 14th. And then we're going to go to, is it Willits next? Is that right, Brian?
Yes. In 2 weeks on a Friday, June 28th, we're going up to Willits Frontier Days. We've been going up there probably 12 or 13 years. Fred and Marcy Berry, who are very, very instrumental in the Frontier Days, the whole organization, they also pull with us. They have the Time Bandit 4-wheel drive truck. So we love going up to their hometown. Always a great crowd there. It's just a neat event. We're a little rodeo arena. They have rodeo events all week, actually, and then they have their huge event on the 4th of July. So we're really excited to go back up to Willits in a couple weeks. It's a great event. Then the next day, Saturday, the 29th, we go to Lakeport, which is 52 miles away from Willits. So that's kind of awesome. We're looking forward to heading there. And that's awesome that the Hood Rat will be at both of those events.
I still love the name of that truck. When you name your truck the Hood Rat.
That's a cool name.
It's a pretty awesome story, I think. But he bought it, and he went to pick it up, and it was kind of in the hood. And so he brought it home, and he was talking, and somebody said, "What are you going to call it?" And he says, "I don't know, the Hood Rat." And it just stuck because he got it from the hood, and he likes to do hood rat things with his friends, I guess.
Hood rat, hoochie mama. You ain't nothing but a hoochie mama. Hood rat, hoochie mama. Is that 2 Live Crew? I'm trying to remember, Mike. Can you help me out?
No. So I've learned this about you and I.
Hoochie mama.
Your platform of music and mine, not you do like 90s hip hop and Frank Sinatra, and I'm like 80s hair band and 2000s country. So like we're way off from each other, man.
Yeah, I have I see shiny objects and I have squirrels. And that's how I like my music too. I like to go from Journey to Ludacris. I mean, that's just kind of how it works. But Frank Sinatra, My Way, that's like my favorite song of all time. I love it. That's
the dude can sing some Vanilla Ice too. I've seen that firsthand.
Yeah, this is beer money after dark, right?
Yeah, well, we got to be careful because there still might be kids out in California.
That's true. Yeah. Oh man. So still this is a family show. I didn't know this was a family show. Is this a family show?
It is.
Definitely.
And Tim David will be down there in Willits and Lakeport. Dave, I can never say Dave's last name right, but he watches all of our lives.
Yes, but I've heard that there's going to be a couple of the Oregon Pro Modified trucks coming to join us that weekend, which is pretty awesome. But the Lakeport Speedway, we're looking forward to going back there. It's probably been 8 years since we've been up there. I've worked with this promoter several times at different racetracks that he's been running. So we're excited to go back up to Lakeport, bring our ground pounding show there.
Zoom in on them, please. Yep, and then just start flipping through those. We're gonna as we're talking, I just want to share some pictures from GSI last year. Some of your awesome competitors, Brian, that support you all season long, and then they get invited to the big dance the Golden State Invitational on my birthday, 2024. Mike, I might have to break you out of school that day to take you out there and enjoy some MLM Motorsports action. If you behave this year and work hard for me, I might have to do this.
That's my reward. Well, we get so many sick days, and I can already feel a cold coming on that day. So you know,
you might have to get the cold on like November 7th and come out here because it's the 8th and 9th.
I'm going out for the whole. I'm coming out for the whole week because we're going shop touring. So
if we're gonna do shop tours,
I can fly Mike and Kenzie on Thursday. So I need my camera person. We'll figure it out. So
I told you,
volume on.
Ron Mailing, Jason is excited to have us come down and he's going to take us out to good Mexican food, he said.
Hey, when's the Sousa Memorial deal? Did you have that already this year, or is that coming up?
That's September 28th.
Okay. We'll be talking about then. Beer Money Pulling Team is a partner of MLM Motorsports. We're there. We do all their promotion for them and help them out prevent that. It's been fun. You know, I joke about it a lot. I've never, California, you just think, you see the news. It's these Brian Massetti and all the pullers, and Mike, you got to meet them at the Pullers Championship. This is not California, not the California we see on the news. I haven't been drinking tonight, so I'm not going to say anything dumb like I did the last time I had all those guys on. I think John Bohr about spit out his water when he was driving. What I said last time, so I got to behave a little bit more. But it's not the California that we see on the news, Midwest fans. It's just like us, but they got palm trees and higher gas prices. So
that we do have.
Ron Mailing says, I can't wait. Yeah, no, Ron, we're going to come out there and do some cribs tours, have some fun with that. I can't tell. I'm afraid to put half these comments up because I don't want to start a holy war tonight. I know it feels like Jerusalem and Israel right now. I think I said that right. So
I say let them fly.
Okay, then it's on, Donkey Kong. Just give me a heads up. Jason Schultz's wife and I are sitting at sushi watching Beer Money TV the California way. I love Spielman. He's my hero.
Well, I took that as he was with Jason Schultz's wife, but he's with his wife.
Jason Schultz's wife.
Jason Schultz's wife and I are sitting at sushi. It's all about where you put the comma or the apostrophe, right? But
yeah.
No, Spielman looks like a gorilla, but he's actually pretty civilized. That's all I'm going to say. So
he's one of the smartest guys you've ever met. Believe it or not.
And he's cool. He's the only guy who's ever at a fondue station at his pulling rig after the pull. So. You remember that?
Another first for MLM, right?
And,
yeah. What's his name? That was a lot of fun.
I think he's serving lobster this year.
Is he?
That's what he said.
But again, it was the California connection, the West Coast connection that you guys came out to the Pullers Championship, Brian, and it was neat as a promoter out west that you came out to support your guys. And, there was a lot of bonding, a lot of team building there. I think it was huge, to be honest with you guys, the way you came out and supported it. And Donnie sponsored the class. And, we had a record payout, $203,000 we're paying out to the Pullers. I know it's not enough to pay for gas to get you guys out here, but it's a pretty darn good start.
But I mean, that's pretty awesome. And I know what that's a huge number to be paying out. That is huge.
Again, we're sharing the some pictures from the Golden State Invitational last year. Brian's end of year points hook. Kind of an invite only pull at the end of the year that Brian and Christy do for MLM Motorsports, and they really roll out the red carpet, sharing some of that there. John Bohr, the Tony Beats of pulling. Oh, I love it. He kind of is. Pull up a picture. Let me find a picture of Tony Beats. Okay, you find a picture of Tony Beats from Gold Rush, and I'm going to find a picture of Spielman. Let's put him up on the show. I'm going to go to Spielman's Facebook page. This is what makes it fun right here. So you keep talking, Michael. Keep him entertained.
I'm trying to figure out who the heck is Tony Beats. Am I supposed to know this? Like your pop culture references, I'm getting lost. I'm not in with it. I'm going to figure it out.
Do you not have cable TV down there in Missouri or what?
I don't know. We got, outlaw pulling and full pull and beer money pulling and all that. But no, back
last year I think it might have been John Bohr that said that John Spielman was like Tony Beats, and I that's cool. Finally, I had to ask, who the hell is Tony Beats? I had no idea. But apparently he's a Gold Rush guy.
That's a good one. Here we go.
I don't know.
Can we do? I'll upload this into the overlays. And then SpongeBob is more his speed. Daniels. I love it. You guys The way these guys pick on each other, you'd never think they were friends.
But,
It's a
but
mess.
you know, Jason, you were talking about like coming out to support these guys and that, and you're right. But it's more than just like, I mean, not only are we all pullers and competitors, but we're all friends and like get along and joke, and you know, we may in the off season or whenever we can. I mean, everybody's busy, but you know, maybe several couples or families go out to dinner, not related to a pull, just go meet for dinner sometime. So it just, well, yeah, give him a few years.
Give him a few years.
That guy's got more hair on the top though.
Yeah, but I got to get a good head-on shot of Spielman because he's got this. Bohr's onto something here.
Hey, Spielman, have Jonna take a picture of you and send it to Jason real quick.
That's funny as hell. I love you, Bohr.
But anyways, so you know, it's more than just, you know, we do support each other in all different ways, and it's cool to see that, and we really appreciate the guys showing up and putting on good shows for us.
Do you think Chris Daniels is actually typing his in, or think Kimmy is? Because I don't think Chris can type that fast. And then Kimmy, I know, runs their social media.
Maybe they're sitting together on the couch and he's or maybe he's speak to text, whatever.
It was great to meet Kimmy and everybody's wives at TPC. I mean, you guys had your own little like section back there.
Yeah.
Back there by the Donnie Reeves camp. And I like it when Donnie goes to bed early. We went and raided his liquor cabinet Friday night, Donnie. That was us, by the way, when you were down on Tito's Saturday morning. So
I don't think there was any question about that, Jason. I think he already knew that.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Well, it is Chris.
Chris. All right. He's good with emojis too.
Yeah.
I've seen more bingo red X's tonight than I've ever seen in my life in one of my podcasts in the comments.
Okay, so yep, you're gonna have to kick me off because I couldn't figure out what those were either. So I'm glad you said bingo red X's. So we need a crash tutorial on relevant pop culture references, I guess.
Massetti, this is up to you if you want to touch this. It's all yours, baby.
I saw Kinsey close her eyes and start laughing. So usually that means that.
All right, Jason, I'm going to send you a picture of John.
You want me to bring up Chris's post? Is that what you're sending me?
No, a picture of Spielman. Jonna just sent it to me.
Send it to me on Facebook Messenger, please.
Yep.
Throw up the ad quick again for Stockton, that commercial. Play that one more time.
I just sent it.
Hold on, Brian. We're gonna play your Stockton commercial again.
All right, cool.
And now we're gonna loop it twice.
Join us for an adrenaline pumping evening at the 2024 San Joaquin Hackfest Let's Go Summer National Tractor and Truck Pool. Friday, June 14th. Gates open at 6 p.m. Pulling starts at 7:30 p.m. at the San Joaquin County Fairgrounds. This event promises to be a thrilling experience for all ages. Witness the power and strength of these incredible machines as they compete in the ultimate test of horsepower to get that full pull. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for a fun night out, this event is not to be missed. Tickets and more info at SanJoaquinHackfest.com. Join us for an adrenaline-pumping evening at the 2024 San Joaquin Hackfest Let's Go Summer National Tractor and Truck Pool. Friday, June 14th. Gates open at 6 p.m. Pulling starts at 7:30 p.m. at the San Joaquin County Fairgrounds. This event promises to be a thrilling experience for all ages. Witness the power and strength of these incredible machines as they compete in the ultimate test of horsepower to get that full pull. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for a fun night out, this event is not to be missed. Tickets and more info at SanJoaquinHackfest.com.
All right, so we got our there's Adam Spielman, or there's John Spielman, Tony Beats. I think that's pretty damn good. You see it now, Mike?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm getting it there.
That's a live picture. Like that's like Spielman like 5 minutes ago. He has nothing. You can't see the sushi in his beard or anything right now. He still behaves. And Mike, Spielman likes to drink Crown with me. We have a lot of fun. So you go drink all John Bohr's. And then when you drink all of John Bohr's Crown, then you go to Spielman's trailer. Just to hang out with me, Idol. I got a system worked out there.
Yeah,
then when you see Kevin Massetti, you know it's about to get real. Okay, that's fun. That's when the fun time comes out. He's like Bozo the Clown, but funner. So like the grand prize game. So
Kev had the t-shirt cannon at the Invitational last year, and during the event it was kind of a flop. They did a few out to the crowd, but it didn't go that well. But we've been practicing. So then after this, I guess it was Saturday night when I had been in kind of cleaning up the infield because we got to get everything out of there so we get out of the whole pit area Saturday night. So I was cleaning up, and then Kevin and old Robert Williams from Indiana and one of my cousins came driving out Kev's pickup, and they're just laughing and giggling. What are you doing? I said, I'm trying to clean up out here, guys. I said, come on, get in the truck. And they got the damn t-shirt cannon in the truck. So then they went out and drove through the campground, and they were shooting t-shirts into groups of people or into the trees above them. And Jason came out and he got involved in that whole t-shirt cannon thing. But anyways, it is a hoot, Mike, to hang out with Kevin. I think you'd enjoy it. Kevin's my younger brother. I don't know if you knew that.
Just tell me when and where. I'm liking the GSI idea, Jason. Let's make that happen.
We need to work on that and
start coughing now. Start coughing now.
It's already. Send me the dates so I know when to feel sick. What did you say? November 7th and 8th, right?
Well, the school is the 8th and 9th, but we ought to get you out here on the 7th.
Okay.
Or earlier. If you can get sick that whole week, that'd be great.
Yep.
Yeah, that video is not playing tonight, John Bohr. I have that video and it's not playing. I just went live on Code 3 and Baby Huey's Facebook page. So so we're going all California now. Is this after 10 o'clock in the Midwest? Shoot, I missed a little. Just get back on.
Yeah, t-shirt cannon.
It's a good time. You better. I can see him setting up like a target out there at the Massetti at the MLM Motorsports crib, and they start shooting, getting ready for me. So
we had James's graduation party out there a week and a half ago. And after the party was over, pretty much, and Trevor and James and Bree and Anna and John and Owen and Brad, the Cal Poly kids that you guys know, they stayed. They started launching firework mortars at t-shirt cannons. You know, those things are designed to go into a tube and blow up.
Yeah.
But these guys lit them.
I don't know how good of an idea that is. As I sit here.
Personally, I think it's a terrible idea.
I don't like to judge people because I like to do stupid stuff. I am the king of it.
Well, Uncle Kev was right in there with them. Yeah. I think Uncle Kev's quote was, I don't condone this, but I do like this.
Yeah.
So
how did I in California hang out with Kevin Massetti?
Yeah. Anyway, we will not have fireworks at the Invitational. I promise you that.
Well, they won't be supplied by you, but you know somebody's going to bring some.
So. No. We get in big trouble for that kind of stuff. It's California. You can't do that. So we'll just keep it low key. We'll launch t-shirts, people or whatever.
People.
Well, Jason was. God, it was funny. Anyways, the good news is the guy's shooting. Well, it's not like a rifle, right? I mean, it just shoots this shirt out, and you don't know where the hell it's going to go. Luckily, they couldn't hit Jason from about.
I was giving him a target of my full moon. Let's just say, Mike.
Yeah. I wasn't going to go there. I was just going to say,
it's after 10 o'clock in the Midwest.
Jason's not a small guy.
Yeah,
and he wasn't running. He was not running. So
this is a new T-shirt for Beer Money Pulling Team. It was more like, I don't condone this, but if you're gonna do it, let's do it right. Now that's Kevin Massetti right there.
Okay,
that is Kevin Massetti right there.
Yeah, they did it.
Got your summer schedule up there. May 10th, Chowchilla. We had that about a month ago. Stockton this Friday. And then June 28th is Willits, back-to-back with Lake Sports Speedway. And then we're going to go to Ukiah. See, look at me. I've been hanging out. I can say the town names properly.
Yes.
August 3rd, August 10th, we're going to head to Susanville, the Lassen County Pool. September 1st, Winnemucca, Nevada. September 17th, we're going to go to Santa Rosa.
7th.
September 28th, Turlock. The 12th,
Modesto Junior College.
that's fun. That is
Yeah.
fun. And then there's that November 8th and 9th, the third annual Golden State Invitational. I'll be 49 on the 9th. It's going to be fun. It's Saturday night. I'm not going to fly out super early on Sunday this time.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Maybe we stay till Monday.
Yeah,
Hey, can we get Sarah to come this time?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to hoop it up. It all depends. No, I don't think so because I think our daughter is in the musical because I think I'm going to get in trouble again, Massetti. But
That happened last year.
yeah, it's like Cinderella or something this year. So,
Hmm.
but did anybody die? Nope. Well said. That's another T-shirt.
Nobody
I
died.
love this. I think I said it's more like I don't condone this, but if we're gonna do it, let's do it right. See where I put the commas properly? Like when Spielman said he was with my wife, you know, I mean, he didn't put the commas in the right spot.
Yeah, I mean, it's that you understand what's going on.
No power naps this year. I did. I fell asleep Friday night, and at their campsite, I was whooped. But Saturday, I didn't fall asleep until we got on the plane.
Just period. It wasn't. I didn't fall asleep early. It was I didn't fall asleep.
You were a real trooper.
We went straight to the Uber that night. So straight
Yeah.
to the Uber that night. Have you talked to Kevin Moore with the big mods? I know you and Mike were talking about him earlier, and I was getting promos ready and stuff like that. What's
I talked to him. I talked to him yesterday morning, and he is coming with both of them. So he's run one a couple times. The other one got here recently. I don't know the timeline, but
these are Shelton's mods we're talking about, Mike.
Yes. They look great. You know, he wrapped them to his own colors or his own deal, but they're beautiful pieces, obviously. So we are excited to see those. So he'll be there Friday. So that's going to be cool. And unfortunately, Donnie Fagundes hurt a motor a few shows ago, and he still doesn't have it back yet. So he called me on Friday, and he's not going to be able to make it. But there's Clarence Correa will be there with theirs. I know Jared's been working on his Britsky, but I don't know that he's all back together yet. So I know we'll have the three big heavy hitters. But man, once Donnie gets dialed back in and Jared gets back out there, that's five. That's pretty cool. So pretty exciting stuff there. It's neat to see.
Lori Reeve just sent me this picture of Spielman. This is fun. I know I threw it up there quick when you were talking. I took it down. I didn't want to interrupt you, but this is a good one.
Go ahead.
Spielman's getting picked on tonight. This is good for him. So I like this. Out of there. He's a beautiful man.
They made him. Oh no! On that deal, something broke on the safety hitch, and it. Then they made him. It was bolted to a bracket. That's the way Performance Pros built it, but the tech guys made them weld it. But there were several other chassis that were identical that were bolted that they didn't make them weld while they were back there. But whatever. You're always picking on the California guys.
Spielman's the official track builder for MLM. Him and Brad Griffin, Mike. So that's how he's involved with all this. So trying to catch up with everything.
Well, I didn't know. John and I have known each other for however long he's been pulling. Probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years. And he just started showing up to pulls with his tractor and his dad. And then one time he probably saw us struggling running equipment for a track, and he says, "Hey, I can run equipment if you want some help." So that was his biggest mistake. So he jumped on the tractor, and then we never let him. Now he lines up equipment for us. He gets it all there. He's in. It's hard to imagine trying to do it without.
He wouldn't have it any other way, though. I promise. I guarantee you that.
Oh yeah, and then Brad, same thing. Brad's been pulling for a while, and he just likes to help. And now we just kind of count. They're part of the team. That's John's tractor, Mike. That was before we made him wear a helmet.
That's back in 20. This is from 2017.
Yeah. I'm not sure where that was, but
It's on his Facebook page. I think it showed up in his memories or something. So
it's a hot run in Massey.
That's a good running tractor. And you know, the
Yeah.
thing, so we call that a 12,000 pound hot farm class. And he's got that one. Brad has, well, and then John has another one, and Brad has one. And then, Andy Loring bought one last summer. So there's 4 that could be out in that class, but you know, they look like they just came out of a field. They still have working tractor look to them. And then they go out and they, you know, a lot of times they'll have a little fire out the pipe and front end up in the air, and they put on a good show, and the crowd can relate because somebody's got tractor like that on their farm or whatever. Or they drove one as a kid, or you know, whatever.
if you're watching right now and you were pulled at GSI last November, number 2, I got the DJ right here. She can pull up a video of a run or our picture. So just type in the comments who you want to see, and I'll have Mackenzie, my co-pilot, look for that. We'll put her up on the fest. Again, we're into hour 2. We're at hour 3 now. Yeah, we're into hour 3 of Let's Grow Pulling special West Coast edition tonight. My good friend, promoter Brian Massetti, owner of MLM Motorsports, got Stockton, California coming up this Friday. Got some bonus money, $1,000 to win to the Pro Mod guys. I bet they're going to be battling it out. Donnie Reeve is bringing 19 trucks to try to win that $1,000 this Friday night in Stockton, California. Stockton, what kind of crowd is that? I mean, you have nice crowds, Brian. You don't have as many pulls as we have in the Midwest. I feel like, man, some of the crowds I see are just gigantic out there.
They are. Now, Stockton, last year, we all looked at Josh, the guy that I work for that hires us, we looked at the grandstands and said, man, it doesn't look that good, but it's huge. It's a great big horse racing grandstand. And then they have all that pavement down in front of the apron of the grandstands, if you will, where the beer booth and all that stuff is. There's more people standing down there than there was sitting up in the stands, but there was a lot of people there. But it's hard because I don't know what that place will hold, but it's a lot. And so, you know, even a good crowd looks small there. It's probably at least twice the size of the stands in Madera. Maybe, it's got to be more than that. But anyways, it'll be a good crowd. And then I think moving it to Friday this year, you know, historically it had been a Saturday night event. This year they got together and they talked because the Ag Fest event, the main livestock auction, is Saturday afternoon and it ends around 5 or 6 p.m. Well, those families that are there right now, that have been there since, you know, Saturday or Sunday, whenever they moved in, and they're staying there all week and it's hot and they're in their RVs and they just want to go home. Saturday afternoon, as soon as they're done selling, they are out of there. And I never put 2 and 2 together, but while we're setting up and moving in, there's this line of RVs and cars leaving, and I'm thinking, oh, what the hell's going on? Well, that event is over, so they're going home. They aren't staying another few hours to watch the truck and tractor pull. So these guys, they all talked about it, and they said, hey, maybe we'll try Friday night and see if it works. A couple of weeks ago, Josh called and he says, hey, our pre-sales for tickets has already shot up, and there's such a buzz with AgFest people. So it's looking like it was definitely the right move to go to Friday, even though it's tough for some people because of work, and we totally get that. But you know, we got to do what we got to do to make these events happen. So Friday it is. So we're, you know, I just hope it does pay off for them and works out to where they sell more tickets.
No, I think like that. I think that's a good idea. We talked about that, the Mac Trailer Winter Nationals this year. They have a big concert on Friday night, you know, and then the truck shows over Saturday, and the truck and tractor pull, you know, is that night, Brian. So they did talk about, you know, kicking the truck and tractor pull maybe to Friday night or both nights too. You know, let 2 crowds there. It's just like a tractor pull, a 2-day pull. Friday night's always a big fun party night, and Saturday night a lot of people are bailing, you know, to get home. So
sure, yeah, exactly. But you know, we got to try it. If they always just wondered if Friday night would work, well, they never get anywhere. But they tried it, and I hope it does pay off for them. And then, hopefully they sell a lot of tickets, make a lot of money, and we'll do it again next year.
Crazy. I must be like,
yeah, it's weird. Yeah. Yep. Kenzie and I are just scheming here what to put up next on the screen. Sorry, but we talked a little bit there. So Good stuff coming in tonight from everybody watching out west. How's the weather been? Have you guys still been? I mean, I feel like you've had more rain this year, Brian, than you've had in the past, or is it just maybe I've called you when it's raining?
Probably, but it's been hot. The last week it got hot. It's going to be up over 100 next couple days, but it's supposed to get back down to about 90 on Friday. In Stockton, it shouldn't be miserable. But one thing, we don't have the humidity like you guys have back there. Like Mike, we were talking when we were in Illinois that I said, man, this humidity's killing me. And you said, what humidity?
Yeah, it was a nice breezy day over there. It was like low 80s. It was just another chip off the block there. Is that a big reason that I saw on your schedule? You pull May, June, even early June, and then you're off all of July. You don't pull in July. Is that just because you can't? There's not a pool, or is that you're avoiding the heat?
No, we don't avoid the heat. I mean, it is what it is out here, because it could be 100 degrees in May also. We just you go with the fairs, and it just depends. Just doesn't seem like there's a lot going on in July. I definitely would not like move the invitational, or I wouldn't choose to do something in mid-July.
Right.
If I had other options, but if there was a fair that wanted us, well, we would do it. We'd be happy to.
One of your best assets is the fact that you're able to pull in November, because that's something that forget about it here. That's deer season here. So you're able to draw eyes and audiences and travelers to your association in October and November, because we just got done promoting a pull from Minnesota. Like, Jason, what's it doing in Minnesota? And I would love to see a November Minnesota pull, like snowmobiles, maybe.
Yeah.
Now this one got a big win. This is your mod, right? And you picked up a big win in Chowchilla, didn't you?
Hey, we finally got rid of those kind of little gremlins. Kevin made a hell of a pass in Chowchilla, and he did win, yes. But in my mind, I mean, like Jason and I were talking yesterday, his tractor's undefeated. There is an asterisk by that win for me in my own little heart, because Steve's tractor wasn't there. So until we can have a good pass and Steve has a good pass and we see how we stack up, then we'll know. But Steve Milanesio, the black twin engine that was in that promo video, that's a beast. He wasn't.
Brent Sullivan works on it, Mike.
Yeah. And they've got that. I mean, I've never seen him not make a great pass. So when we can make a good pass and he makes a good pass, then I'll know where we're at. But Kevin did a hell of a job in Chowchilla. It did run good. Everything stayed together. So we're getting there. But when we can make a good pass, when these guys are there, and then we'll know where we're at. But yes, we did get the win in Chowchilla.
Yeah. Well, and I mean that's good to see too, because that's been my mod of the present and future pick. I love it when you post up on Facebook. I told Jason one time, I was like, I like Brian's stuff on Facebook because he's just a gangster. Like all your Facebook posts just have this own flair of theirs, and I absolutely love it. You've got the open trailer with that mean looking mod. So I think your mod is going to be one that's going to have a lot of buzz around it in the next 1 to 3 years or so. But this is a mean looking mod too. I mean, this thing just has an aggressive setup to it. So
it's mean.
Yeah. And so you'll be pulling against he. Is he planning on being there in Stockton this weekend?
As far as I know, yes. So he had a little health deal kept him out of the last pull, but I need to check in with him. But last time I talked to him, he was doing better, and they're planning on being there.
So there's your dollars to donuts test coming up this weekend then too, which it looks like people can live stream for people around here that want to see how that's going to shake down. So that'll be something fun to watch. Definitely. And I've heard rumors too, never to take away from all the awesome things that you're doing out there with MLM, but I've heard rumors that both of those mods might make some guest appearances closer to our era, at some point, maybe. So I've heard some surmisings, perhaps.
Steve and Brant are for sure. I'm not going to say which ones because I don't remember what Brant told me, but I think he said there's 3 they're going to go to.
Rock Valley, Wisner, and State Fair, I think.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah.
And are they bringing both tractors?
Yeah, and yours is what they told me. So.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
My trailer. I'll fly out. John
I like the live. Oh, cool. Oh, how about that?
No, but they are going to be debuting something else at one of those. But I can't really speak to it because I've never seen it. But I did hear they're working on another project.
We like rumors, Brian. You're on solo cam right now. Massetti, you're on solo cam right now.
You see, Jason, you see what's up behind me there, buddy? You see this
yellow
guy over here? Yeah.
And the whip that's from Cal Poly. Both those pictures.
Both are Cal Poly, yeah. Yeah.
You're sitting in your kitchen, your dining room with those behind you. I've been to your house a couple times.
Yeah.
Once I was sober and once I wasn't. So.
Your liquor cabinet's right there. I can see your bottle of Tito's right there, Jason.
I love it. So, Mike, when Brian picked me up to go to Cal Poly, he had my Tito's seat belted in the back seat of the car. It was awesome. So,
well, safety first. We don't want to abuse any alcohol or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Yep. Spielman says they'll fly out. Yep. Sounds like Sullivan's bringing the mods, MML and Ajo, and then Brian and Spielman are just going to fly out. So.
Perfect. I appreciate that.
John Moore said earlier that county fairs pretty much set their dates. That's pretty much how it is for us in Wisconsin too, in the Midwest. I'd say middle of June through the end of July. Chase McNally says, "Are you coming to Wisconsin July 28th?" Chase, which event are you talking about July 28th? Let me know, please. This is one of my favorite comments of the night. It's as hot as Brian Massetti and a tight Wranglers. That's so wrong Russ. And that's not very heterosexual at all, Russell.
Russ is a good dude.
Yeah, he is. No, it's all fun.
Sometimes we get carried away with our text messages.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
It happens. Solo cam. That solo cam brought to you by Reeve Trucking. The largest hauler. They do all kinds of cool stuff, over the road stuff, all the big bridge stuff, all the big safety permit stuff. So
no, it's cool to see that. I love watching the videos they post about cool.
Bonnie Tucker just woke up. So it's only 8:22 out west. Yeah. So Kenzie and I are going to watch. Yeah, Kenzie and I are going to watch Outlaw TV yet tonight from Ravenna and critique ourselves. So we get ready for Norfolk this Friday. So
nice.
Holy cow! Justin Fantassel just won at bingo. Just for good measures. Holy cow! Justin, you don't need that much. Just 3 in a row for tic-tac-toe there, buddy. So.
Oh man! Well, he wanted to make sure he covered it all.
Yeah, he got it all. So. He used up all of his emojis, all in one post. So
sometimes you just got to red X everything.
Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Let's go back. I want to recap. Do we have a poster for Stockton? Do we put one in? Is it on your computer or my computer? Kenzie, if you could throw that up there, and let's go through Stockton again. Brian, talk about Stockton, my man.
This Friday, the 14th. Stockton, the scales will be open from 1 to 5. Showtime is 7:30, and we had to bump it a half an hour because there is an auction, a heifer sale Friday night, and it'll be over by 7:30. So we want to let that finish so that then everybody can come on over. Our registration is open and live, and thank you to all who have already registered. And we do ask everybody to go onto our website, click the little button. Actually, if you were in Chowchilla or if you've already filled it out, you have your link. You can just hit that button and go say you're going to be there. Excuse me. And we'll get that done. It really makes life a lot easier for us. Stockton kicks off our Major League mini series for the Pro Modified Truck class, where we have our kicked up purse. Paying $1,000 to win. That's pretty awesome for that class. So we are excited about that. And our Stockton, Lakeport, Ukiah, and Turlock are all the 4 events of the mini series. So that's kind of cool. It kind of culminates at the Souza Memorial Truck Show, which is we're we're very honored to be a part of that event. They raised money for the AJ Souza Dyslexia Foundation. So that it's pretty awesome to be hooked up with the Souza family. We met last year and did that event, and then they came to Chowchilla, and they're just great people, neat people out there for a good cause. So then in 2 weeks, we are going to head to Willits, the Willits Frontier Days Truck and Tractor Pull. And you see Baby Huey there. And I've heard Baby Huey's going to make a little run for the MLM Points Championship this year, which is pretty awesome. Because they come over from Nevada, so it's kind of cool that they're looking to run all of our events. We appreciate that. Anytime we can get anybody that's competed at the Pullers Championship to run our series, that's a feather in our cap. So we appreciate that. The day after Willits, we'll head to. It is kind of cool that Chris's truck is on that flyer. The day after Willits, we head to Lakeport, just 52 miles away from Willits, to the Lakeport Speedway, and that is actually, I think, where Jason Ingham is from with the half-breed two-wheel drive truck. So we're excited to bring pulling to his neck of the woods, and have great little 3 events in June, and take July off and hit back hard in August.
Baby Huey says, look at that. Absolutely. Chris Daniels is checking in. So, well, Massetti, it's been fun.
Mike, are you muted, Mike?
I'm back now. Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, when it's more than quiet for like 3 seconds, then either Mike or I are muted.
Yeah, for real, right? Things that would make Larry Richwine happy. He would be like, "Oh, listen to this."
He messaged me today. He's like, "Do you need me tonight?" I'm like, "No, we pretty much got you covered." I said, "I just need you in the off season." So I said, "It's promotion time this season." I said, "You're getting old. You need to go to bed early."
Yeah, because he would be an hour even ahead of us.
Yeah, it'd be 11:30.
Oh, poor Larry. Oof. Be 11:30 out there in Indiana. Anywho, I stole your thunder.
Well,
I muted myself for 3 seconds and I had to talk.
The most famous duck in the West. Well, nice. Talking about the Baby Huey pulling team. Again, Arlington, Nebraska this Saturday. The Outlaws are going to be out there Saturday, June 15th. And the Shipshewana Summer Nationals for all you pulling fans in that Indiana, Shipshewana, Indiana area. They pull Friday night, Saturday day, Saturday night. The big Champions Tour Pro Stocks will be out there. Hutchinson, Minnesota is this weekend. And TPA Grand National Pulling. The fullpull.live will be there as well. Might be some wagering, wink, wink. That announcement's coming, I think, in a couple days. A little birdie has told me. And then talking with my good friend, Brian Massetti. We are the official marketing partner. Beer Money Pulling Team is of MLM Motorsports. Brian and I have signed a long-term agreement. Like, I was a free agent, and he plucked me out of the bushes and said, "I'll give you a bottle of Tito's if you work with us." And I said, "I'm in. I'm in."
Yes.
The big bottle. It was the big bottle.
Yeah, not the small, not the gas station ones, the handles. And,
the gas station ones. That was Fireball.
Oh, that's right. Did I tell you that story?
Probably.
So we were on our way to Cal Poly, and we stopped at a gas station. I was just in a really good mood. It was like 90-mile-an-hour winds. We almost died, and his big Dodge. And we go in this gas station, and I just felt like buying stuff for people. And I bought 2 bottles of Fireball for the people behind us. And then one guy was a mud racer, and he followed us on Instagram. So,
Yeah.
And then Brian and I have a special bottle of Fireball at the office or at the MLM Motorsports crib that only him and I can drink. So the goal is we have to finish that before we die. But if one of us goes early, you have to slam it at our funeral and say, "This is for my homies," and you got to pound it. So that's
is it half gone? Or?
No. We bought it on the way to the airport. So he took it back to the shop for us. So
Yeah.
this is for my homies.
I didn't know we had to pound it though. I better go first because
You better
Yeah.
go first.
Good option.
Yeah, you don't do it, Brian. Don't we need you? Christy needs you, Brian. Who's
I'm not
gonna
going
take care of the
anywhere.
ranch? Who's gonna take care of the ranch?
Yeah, no shit. That would be a problem.
Yeah, James. He's too busy
James.
playing pool. Him and Trevor.
Yeah, they're actually together in San Luis now for a few days. Trevor's got finals this week, so James went down to hang out. What kind of study is Trevor going to do?
Drinking.
Yeah, probably.
Brian Massetti shotguns beers now. Ooh, I need some video evidence of that, Spielman. Send that to 608-604-5068. I've seen Brian shotgun beer. It's impressive. Fireball should be nothing. If they got you to shotgun a beer, Massetti,
we did. That's graduation.
You're not
party.
you don't like to do all that stuff. You always say I talk you into bad ideas.
First, it was late and there wasn't much beer left, so we shotgunned some Twisted Teas, and then we found some Bud Light and we shotgunned those. But tried. Everybody came out of that okay. We didn't.
Everybody. John Bohr would say, but nobody died.
Nobody died.
That's what it's all about.
Nobody
well, Brian, thank you for coming on tonight. Hang with us. We're
me.
going to wrap up the show here. Will you get the closing thing ready? Mike Idle, take us out, buddy.
All right, guys, like he said, we're going from outlaw pulling in Arlington, Nebraska. Then it's pro pulling league at the Michiana Event Center. Going up north, NTPA pulling at the Hutch for the Power Pull Nationals. And then it's going out west to be a cowboy, like they said, with Major League Motorsports at the San Joaquin Ag Fest in Stockton. There's good pulling everywhere this weekend. Have a good night, folks.
Everyone.
Let's make some noise. Good running. John Deere, Animal Deep Iowa coming up. We got one right behind us.